And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
The Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.
It is spooky season here in the Multiverse of Media, and what would a wrestling-centric October be without Halloween Havoc? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you dare. I mean, it is spooky season, so I don't know if y'all want to be involved. We'll see how it goes. Children of all ages, welcome to the Jeff Meacham Network Multiverse of Media and our coverage of NXT's apparently now annual Halloween Spectacular, 2 nights. Tonight and next Tuesday on Halloween night itself. Of course, I'm referring to Halloween Havoc. I am the man whose name is, at least for now, on the marquee, Jeff Meacham, filling in as the pre-show host, if you will, while we await Mr. Foster. To my right on screen, to my left, and if you're actually using physics, the renegade of wrestling himself, JJ Williams, our color commentator par excellence for all things WWE, NXT, currently AEW, and pretty much everything with Impact, because that's how he rolled.
Even though I did do Impact for Bound for Glory, so you know.
You did do Bound for Glory, and I was very appreciative, and y'all did a hell of a job, as I knew you would. So.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
But no rest for the weary here in the Multiverse of Media, as we are right back at it 2 nights or 3 nights after Bound for Glory, and 2 nights after you and I did the NXT review thing. And off we go. NXT. Wow, no DQ review. Don't mind me. I'm exhausted. It is what it is. We do have, crazily enough, 7 matches just for this first night. Which is just
and
bonkers.
5 women's matches.
Yeah.
Let me say that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 women's matches.
And we can't see them.
And there's some companies out there that can barely book 1, let alone book 1 properly per show.
Yes.
You know, certain companies go to picture-in-picture while they run vignettes for their women.
Yes. But we have our own timeless individual who has his own version of the video. We'll get to that either tonight or later in the week.
Yes. He said he told me to call him Stupendous.
Oh, Stupendous.
In order to play off of the timeless.
Got it. Well, it is a stupendous video. We can't wait to show everybody. If you missed it in its first run, you got to catch it. It is unbelievable. We do have, indeed, 5 women's matches, and we found out earlier today that WWE is kicking off with one of those women's matches, one of the spin the wheel matches. But we'll get to that in our preview as we get toward the bottom of the hour here, maybe halfway through.
Matthew knows what's up. He knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I love to see that people have been watching Halloween Havoc since the WCW days, talking about 1998 and Cape Rare. I am sorry that was your first Halloween Havoc. My goodness. Because you missed the main event altogether, and you were subjected to Hogan Warrior. We'll just let that sentence lie where it be. Wow.
Yeah.
At least it was in 1991. Because
Halloween Havocs as a whole have been about as much of a hot mess as Chelsea Green.
yes.
But
at least
if you're willing to do the time, the hard times, like the Big Boss Man or Death to Roads, baby, and sift through the BEWSHEET bullshit that is on most of those cards,
yes,
there are some gems.
there are, and I
They're
know
few
for a
and
fact.
far between,
Yes,
but there are some. And there will be one that will be called by the simple man with the spectacular voice, Noah Foster, and myself, that will be going live to my members only section as we turn from October 30th into Halloween at midnight next Tuesday. Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio Jr. Mask versus Cruiserweight title. I can't wait for people to see that.
Even now, some would say the greatest match WCW ever put on.
It's definitely up there. It's definitely up there. I am not familiar enough with WCW's archives to know if it's the best they ever put on. I have no problem saying the greatest match in Halloween Havoc history.
Yes.
WCW. As far as company as a whole, I don't know if I could lay the claim that it's the greatest, but I can sit here without any hesitation and say it's definitely probably top 5.
Oh, yeah.
WCW's entire run.
Yeah. And before we get the hate mail,
the stunning Steve Austin stuff, the Steamboat stuff, the Flair stuff, the Rude stuff like you like to boast about, Benoit, Malenko, Guerrero, the cruiserweights in general.
Yes.
It would be hard pressed for me to sit here right now without going back through their entire lineage and watching to say that it's the greatest match in WCW history. But it's definitely the best match in Halloween Havoc history.
I don't like that bullshit. The Chamber of Horrors 91. And I was going to say, yes, Halloween Havocs as a rule have been the Chelsea Green-like hot mess. But unlike Chelsea Green, Havoc didn't have Sam Irvin to save the day with their awesome ring announcement.
That's fair.
So, I mean,
and I don't think I've ever seen the Chamber of Horrors match, which may be better for my mental state.
Yes.
But just looking at the name, it sounds like it was a good concept on paper that probably just didn't get executed to the best of its ability.
If you've ever seen the image in history of Abdul the Butcher strapped to an electric chair,
I've heard about it. See, you know what? They should have called the Elimination Chamber the Chamber of Horrors. You know, or at least the extreme one they did at that horrid December to Dismember. Call that the Chamber of Horrors, because again, you got the 4 pods, the chambers, you've got weapons around the ring, the horrors. Like, it would have made sense to call it that. I will try not to invoke that pay-per-view ever again if I can manage it, but I'm just saying, like, that would have been a cool little nickname for the match.
No, you're right.
If they had thought about it.
I think the irony of your statement in that you're talking about using quite possibly the worst Halloween Havoc match this side of Hogan Warrior, to talk about the same show where Ravishing Rick Rude debuted as a client of Paulie Dangerously, as the Halloween Phantom, and just obliterated poor Z-Man, Tom Zink. Oof. And then you had Deuce coming out. By the way, the Deuce has made history this month, JD. Did you know about this?
I did.
You saw my Twitter and everything, I'm sure. As of
longer reigning champion than the Fabulous Moolah.
I was gonna go with the story and say it, but that's okay. You're fine. Yeah, I don't know exactly what day it was, but as of this last Monday, marked the anniversary of when she defeated Bertha Faye for her 3rd championship run, which has yet to end in the ring. So she is well over that 10,000, whatever, 100 and something mark that Moolah hit. So, Deuce, Alundra, you are officially the greatest of all time. There is no disputing that anymore. Anybody wants to come at me? You're justified as hell because it's royal. Anyway, we're going to move on now.
Yes.
Some more storylines.
Let's talk about some matches, Meech.
Yes, we are. We're going to do that right now. If I can get those
So
below here.
Here is the breakout bracket as everything broke down, if you will.
Yes.
Not a whole lot of surprise here.
No.
The one match that I didn't have a dog in the fight either way, if we're being honest, was Carmen Petrovic versus Jada Parker. Every other match went exactly the way I figured it would go. Kehlani Jordan beat Izzy Dane. The way they've been pushing Kehlani, that doesn't surprise me. Ariana Grace, the daughter of Santino Marella, beat Brinley Reese, who had to fill in for Jakara Jackson because she wasn't medically cleared. Lola Vice defeated Danny Palmer. Again, not a lot of surprise there. So my bracket is, for the most part, still holding up here because, again, no dog in the fight in the other match. I still say it's going to be Kehlani Jordan versus Lola Vice in the finals. And we will find that out tonight, as this is Carmen Petrovic is the blonde versus Lola Vice.
Yes.
Lola's got Elektra Lopez as her second at ringside.
Yes.
So as good as Carmen showed that she can be, you know, I feel like the numbers game is going to get the better of her at the end of the day.
Would not surprise me in the slightest. And from what little I've been able to see NXT, because up until last week I was working pretty steady on Tuesday.
Yeah, and you figure Elektra Lopez used to run with the Legado del Fantasma.
That's right.
You know, so she's definitely been under the learning tree of Juan Santos Escobar prior to their call up to the main roster. Definitely knows how to throw herself around and be useful at ringside. Think about the matches that she helped them win back in my NXT, and even a little bit of Noah's NXT. But,
a little bit.
But yeah, I definitely feel like Lola Vice is going to take this one. Carmen's going to have a strong showing, but it's not going to be enough. And then again, this one, Ariana Grace has got the pageant gimmick. You know, you think of the way her father portrayed Santina Marella, and she very much is channeling the Santina, except, you know, she's actually a female, an attractive one at that.
Well, yeah, definitely.
As opposed to her dad in drag, but I digress.
Yeah.
Ariana is decent, but I think she still needs a little bit of work around the edges to smooth herself out. Whereas Kehlani Jordan has really shown every time she gets in the ring that she's ready for that push. She's ready to have that rocket strapped to her. A former gymnast, she's just got it. She needs to define her personality a little bit more, I think, in the ring. But everything else checks the boxes that WWE loves.
Absolutely.
So I definitely see her picking up this match. And then again, I think the finals are going to be Kehlani in the red here versus Lola Vice.
All right. So, early prediction for next week then. What say you?
If the matches go the way I think they do, I think Kehlani takes it all.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if the numbers game and Lola defeat her, but I also think that Kehlani has made enough friends in the locker room that she may have somebody come down and help even the odds for her when the numbers games start to get the better of her.
All right, and once we get your prediction, and I'll throw mine in too for the main event tonight, we'll see where we pick as far as who comes out on top of that particular contest. But we'll get there. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. We used to say the old
yes.
This one intrigues the shit out of me. I am just so happy for Bryan Jr. This King finally getting that WWE opportunity. And I pointed this out. Shit. When it was first rumored he was being signed, before he even made his, they started showing the vignettes, he was getting more push and more attention with being a rumor, very much like CM Punk before he actually showed up on Rampage.
Right.
Than he ever did in AEW, like really ever, except for that brief program he had, which played on the fact that he is Bryan Jr. So they are very much embracing the loose cannon side, the darker side of Bryan's personality in this new presentation for Lexis King here. I mean, you take that outfit alone and you put it side by side with Bryan, and I defy you to really find much of a difference.
Yeah,
So I'm
I
curious
think
what this in-ring debut is going to entail, because Brilliant's going to wrestle tonight.
Yeah. Not sure who he's going to face. They're keeping that tight to the chest, but I think the loose cannon gimmick is perfect for him because of the fact that, he lost his father when he was 4. And he can definitely play up that real life anger and animosity that he has, and the fact that he never really got to know his dad.
Absolutely.
And then you look at him and he's the spitting image of him, and he sounds like him. And it's just like, that's got to eat at him a little bit. Very much similar to the way that Julian Lennon was always compared to his father.
Yeah.
Julian Lennon, of course, the son of John Lennon. And Julian would begin his solo career about 4 years after his father was tragically murdered and taken from us. But very much the same thing. You figure John was always on the road. John was never there for him for all those big moments growing up. Even though he was alive, for about 14 years of Julian's life, he was never there because he was a Beatle. He was always on the road. And then the divorce with Cynthia kind of kept him away from him for a long time.
Absolutely.
And it wasn't until just before he was tragically taken from us, really, that they were starting to mend fences and come a little bit closer together. But then Julian started his career and was getting so compared to his dad that he just kind of like rebelled and revolted. And it's kind of the same way that Lexis King is going here, with his animosity towards his father. I'm my own man. Don't compare me to him. But it's kind of hard.
I really think, and we're going to...
I was just saying, but it's kind of hard not to when you look like him, you sound like him, you're using the same attitude he had. How are we not supposed to?
As I bring our play-by-play man, par excellence, the stupendous one himself, Noah Foster. Noah, again, I don't remember how far back your family goes, so forgive me, but I'm looking forward personally, my own self, to seeing the development of the Lexis King character under the auspices of loose cannon, because Bryan's loose cannon gimmick was really only starting to be cultivated and developed at the end of his WCW run as he transitioned to ECW, and then he had the car accident. So we really didn't get, Flying Bryan as the loose cannon. We just got, the hell of an orator and the unbelievable charisma of Brian Pillman. We didn't get the in-ring work to back it up. What we've seen in AEW, Lexis King can back it up with the in-ring work.
No doubt. There's definitely going to be a unique test for Lexis King to stand out from beyond the Pillman name and stand on his own. Will we see the arrival of a king, and will he reign long? Only time will tell. Brian Pillman, of course, being, second generation to, of course, the late great Brian Pillman. It's one of those things where to follow in the legacy of your family is enough pressure in itself in this industry. Now he literally wants to stand out and be his own. He doesn't want to be known by last name, like we have Flair, for example. So I think Lexis King has a lot to live up to, and I think he's up for the challenge. So I'm curious what sort of style he brings and how it affects him also in ring.
Yeah, because I never really got to see a whole lot of him on AEW television. He was always like a dark and elevation type of guy. He never really got the Dynamite and Rampage coverage.
Nope.
Now,
Shame. Kid's good. I mean, he just is. He's got that pedigree, and he's just good. And speaking of good, this is what we're starting with. Noah, WWE announced this morning. We are starting with Roxanne Perez and Kiana James in a Devil's Playground match as determined by the deal making of the spin of the wheel. My goodness. This gimmick will never die, but at least nobody's getting the coal miner's glove tonight.
you don't know that for sure.
Well, no. I was saying the wheel was spun last week on NXT television, and we had the Devil's Playground match as a result come up on the resulting of the seal win, the spin of the wheel. So these two ladies who have been beefing for not as long as the other spin the wheel make the deal come back. We'll get to that momentarily.
They've been beefing for a couple of months.
Yeah, and again, we've seen, gentlemen, these little flares, little flashes, if you will, of Roxanne's dark side coming out since she was forced to relinquish the NXT Women's Championship, and then the subsequent hell she went through, and more recently with Kiana James, of course. But will this spooky night, will this night that people embrace the dark side, will we see Roxanne Perez go the way of JJ's precious Thea Hale, who we'll talk about here in a little bit, and embrace the hate within?
I don't know. Like, I know Roxy can bring it. She's proven that to me since she debuted in my NXT.
Yes.
But so is Kiana James. I was very dismissive of Kiana at first.
Yes.
And she has definitely risen to the occasion. And being the heel that she is, it's a little bit easier for her to embrace the darkness. Roxanne, for all the darkness that she's brought out here and there when necessarily in the course of the last, we'll say, year, she's still very much portrayed as that goody-goody.
Okay.
And I don't know if she has what it takes to walk the dark path and then still come back into the light. I think that's going to be the interesting thing to watch in this, is if Roxanne can go to the darkness enough to survive the Devil's Playground and beat Kiana, will she be the same Roxanne that walked in and be able to come back into the light, or will there be something different about her going forward?
Noah, as pointed out in the chat room, you know this. Roxanne comes out of reality wrestling, comes out of Booker T's school, has that ability, has that ingrained in her. Yes, we all know, we all loved the character of Booker T and the baby face that came out of the heel Harlem tag team, but King Booker could be a little shady, a little devious at times, and maybe his protege will have to delve into that bag of tricks to pull out a victory here.
You can't always be a nice person to succeed in this business. You also cannot succeed and do what's best for business by doing everything by the book. You got to freaking add a few loopholes. You got to freaking break a few contracts. At the end of the day, Kiana James is just looking for a profit towards a further business venture. Roxanne Perez is just trying to demonstrate more ruthless aggression. This goes beyond a couple of months for those that remember these two first fallout during the Iron Survivor Challenge, which we will call, of course, coming up at that deadline again this year. Of course, both these ladies were participants, and Roxanne Perez won. Kiana James, once again, is just trying to make a name for herself and trying to get herself up front in the marketplace. For Roxanne, though, it's just no more of those tests to see, can she be a little bit more aggressive when need be? Is she willing to do what it takes to win? Can she thrive under the pressure? And in Devil's Playground, the only thing that limits you at this point is your imagination and how much of a saint you're willing to be versus the devil you're willing to let yourself be consumed from within. Either way, this should be an interesting match, but we'll see how vicious Roxanne can be against somebody of business. And at the end of the day, we'll see how far Kiana James is willing to go to make sure she gets the better end of this deal. But it's really going to come down to, I think, if Roxanne Perez has lost any bit of that attitude she demonstrated against her former friend Cora Jade in Weapons Wild last year at Halloween Havoc, for example. If history repeats itself, then Roxanne easily has this. And again, the prodigy rises to promise. But again, is the promise a deal with the devil? You don't know. We'll see.
And I think we'll go ahead and go over the other matches as they come, because we are getting ready to go live here at the top of the hour here in just a few minutes. But I do want to talk about a couple things very briefly, get a quick prediction, if you will. JJ, is Thea finally pull that trigger once and for all and abandon Mr. Chase, Big Duke? I'll go and throw it up there for you, just for you, Jay.
I'm thankful I've got my box of Kleenex at ringside.
Aww.
I think she does.
Oh no. Oh no.
It was 1 year ago at Halloween Havoc that Duke Hudson enrolled in Chase University. So the Cinderella story would be oh so perfect for Andre Chase and Duke to become the tag team champions. But I have a feeling Thea Hale is going to throw the towel in, just like Andre Chase did to her, and walk out. And
like
Thea
that,
Hale's Chase U is going to go down.
Oh my goodness.
And it sucks.
Right?
God, I hate it.
Oh, we're gonna have to console this man all next week, all throughout the next week now. All right, let me get back.
I will say, I was bumping my NXT playlist in the car today, going to take the kids to school, picking them up. I did hear my fight song a couple times.
There you go.
I'm ready. But I just, in the words of virtually every Star Wars character ever, I have a bad feeling about this.
Yes, and this seemed to be the going phrase within the Force throughout the galaxy. Gentlemen, I know that you guys have.
It looks like we got a super chat, sir. Did you acknowledge that?
We did. I have not acknowledged it yet. I was literally throwing to that in the words I was using. But that's okay. Manuel with $10. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated.
And that's on your end.
Well, there we go. $10 more toward hopefully getting me over that October hump, if you will. On the road to Vegas, we are hoping, and we are making me not chase you. We'll talk about them later, I'm sure. 2 Hard to Kill, and we'll talk about that possibly at the end of the night, but definitely more on Thursday night's conference. There is a project in place regarding our Impact commentary team and yours truly as we lead into the road to Vegas. So we'll talk more about that later. I thought I cleared the super chat off. I guess I did not. So we'll go ahead and do that. Now, yes, if you are watching on USA Network or whatever you want to call it in the East Coast, I am not seeing the screen because I am distributing my site. So please do not post result spoilers in the chat. This is your one and only. While doing a watch along, let the gentlemen above me do their job and call the action.
Yeah. And especially if your stream is ahead of what we're talking about.
Yes.
That's the biggest part when it comes to this, because everyone is going to be posting along with what they see on their TVs as well. But if something major happens and you haven't heard us call it and react to it yet, don't post it in the chat because that's a spoiler.
Yes. And as always with NXT, if you do, you will be timed out. And then you will be banned if you do it again. I already banned one guy this morning. Early this afternoon during Southway Sports Bar. So I warned y'all when the hockey season started, and I'm even more so in no books given mode now. So And of course, Matt's here to show us that love as he do. Matt, thank you very much as always for coming in.
Together. You ready, Noah?
Let's do this.
Gentlemen, have fun.
There is no escaping the havoc.
The intro. Oh. Looks like we got a live performance here.
Yes, I believe this is the band that's doing the theme song.
Empire, apparently, from their album New Year's Day. As we are being brought into the first half of this double week back-to-back double feature. Trick or treat indeed, ladies and gentlemen of the multiverse of media. Welcome once again to the Championship Network Live Watcher events, and this is NXT Halloween Havoc Part 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to the Championship Network Live Watcher event specials here on the Championship Network Multiverse Media. You know what this is, for I am the stupendous Simple Man and the voice of the JMN. Forever grateful for pro wrestling and find this NXT on my friends, but I digress. And my name is Noah Foster. With me, as always, is the Renegade Wrestling JJ Williams, as we are seeing the fires once again being brought forward. It's going to be a hot night of action as the breakout tourney continues. The wheel has brought us 2 devilish deals, including a Devil's Playground match and Lights Out. And the NXT Women's Championship will be on the line as Becky Lynch will defend the gold against Lyra Valkyria. And we will see finally if Chase U gets accredited with the NXT Tag Team Championships against the family, Tony D'Angelo and Stax. This and so much more to unfold tonight. This week, Part 1, NXT Halloween Havoc. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hope everyone enjoys the conversation, discussion, reactions. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. And if you want to dictate the conversation, donate to dictate. Again, super chat. It's as simple as that. At Cassidy Studios. JJ, it's your favorite time of the year. This is your brand. This is your NXT. So I know there will be no tricks. It will be a treat for you. Indeed. Are you ready to go tonight?
I am definitely ready. I don't know if it's my favorite time of the year. I do love me some horror movies. I do love me some spooky. I've always been more of a Christmas guy than a Halloween time guy, though. But the one thing I definitely can't argue about is this is my NXT, damn it. And I am looking forward to the presentation that is being brought forth tonight by Shawn Michaels and company. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 5 women's matches on deck tonight, Noah. Whereas some brands can only bring us 1 at best and throw to picture-in-picture for their best woman on the freaking show to show her vignettes with no audio. But I digress.
As we go
looks
down
like
to our
we're beginning. Yes, Shotzi and Scarlett. Looks like Shotzi is Pinhead from Hellraiser. And I'm not quite sure who Scarlett's supposed to be. Marie Antoinette, maybe?
Or not Dead Bride. Who knew that Scarlett Bordeaux was such a fan of Halloween? Then again, I guess when you marry someone like Karrion Kross.
Right? Shotzi is killing it in that Hellraiser outfit. Jesus Christ.
Well, this is Shotzi Blackheart's favorite time of the year, and will it be once again a promising time for the Prodigy as she enters the Devil's Playground looking to be Kiana James' worst nightmare, channeling Killer Kelly's fave, Freddy Krueger.
Yep, she can be a nightmare on my street any time of the week.
Well, this isn't Elm Street. This is Orlando, Florida, virtually, and this is your NXT. And again, the Prodigy Roxanne Perez, her and Kiana James go all the way back to the first NXT breakout tourney in your NXT, when it used to be known as 2.0, and Roxanne got the better of her then. More recently, of course, Roxanne outlasted Kiana James, the first ever Iron Survivors Challenge match, we will call, of course, this year at NXT Deadline. And also, of course, her and Lyra Valkyria have worked together as a tag team against the likes of Tiffany Stratton and this businesswoman, where I don't know if you want to trust her with your dividends, Kiana James. And it looks
look at her entrance here. Yeah, this is something she's been doing for a minute here, and it just screams business. It screams money. It screams, look at me. And I freaking love it. Kiana, though, not getting into the holiday spirit. She is not decked out in any kind of costume. It looks like just wearing some orange trim, some Halloween-esque colors here, if you will.
Whoa! Well,
But she has her briefcase, or her purse.
I bet you that briefcase is loaded. Let's not forget what she did to Gigi Dolan. Can of paint. Again, this is our opening match, night 1, Halloween Havoc. It's Roxanne Perez versus Kiana James in a Devil's Playground match. Basically, no disqualification. So let your imaginary run wild and invite somebody to playtime, if you will, or leave them in the dark.
Oh, Jesus.
Perez off the second rope. Big Luthes press in the ground and pound to Kiana James. That'll probably drop her stock a little bit. Up the second rope, up and around with the Harris.
Nice kip up afterwards.
Again, we talk about the rise of Roxanne ever since coming to NXT, and even before then, a graduate, of course, of Booker T's Reality Wrestling Academy, former Ring of Honor Women's World Champion, and a huge staple straight out of Texas. And we saw a bit more of her aggressive side really come out during Great American Bash against Blair Davenport when it got personal with her family.
Went for a suicide dive.
And a roll up, false count anywhere, and a 1 count. Oof. And again, everything's legal here. I see kids pool filled with a bunch of odd ends. I see that loaded briefcase or handbag, whatever you want to call it. Nice sunset flip up the stairs cover, and 2 count again.
They have a kid's slide there, Noah. That is awesome.
Look, I'm not going to say the conventional phrase because I feel like it's already been said multiple times. So I'm just going to let this play out quite literally. And again, nice roll up by Roxanne on the floor. 2 count again as she almost goes a swinging.
I was going to say, they have to work a spot with those swings, man. Have one of them sit on it, kick their legs, and then catch them, take over for a head scissors or something. That would just be epic.
Last time I checked, slides are not used for a suplex. They are used to literally go down.
Oh!
Posterior first, not back first. Nice snap suplex on the floor, though, by Kiana James, who finally takes control of this match for the first time.
That's gotta sting.
Again, we talked about the bag before. And again, later tonight, the wheel also spun the deal for Gigi Dolan and Blair Davenport. A computer! That's not a way to use technology! Unless it's a Dell, then I don't mind. Dells are pieces of crap. Sorry, not sorry. Cheap end business machine.
Tell us how you really feel, Noah.
Maybe for a super chat. How about that? As we'll stay with the action, folks, what you hear in restaurant quality picture-in-picture. I'm going to guess that it's not an Apple because you don't waste a Mac like that. Just saying.
No. Definitely not. Definitely not.
This is
staying on top of Roxy, throwing her back into the ring here.
This isn't
Roxy
a match
using her savvy, rolling right out the other end, though.
Well, I mean, in this case, though, it really doesn't matter because as we learned, this match is false count anywhere. Kiana James drew face first to the announce table. And last time I checked, this is not digital combat. So I don't think typing your name will play you the victory, Kiana James. Ooh, face first up the steel ring steps, though. That might pay a little bit. And again, last year, we saw how wild Roxanne can be against somebody she once called a best friend. Remember, she beat Cora Jade last year in Weapons Wild at Halloween Havoc. So we know Roxanne Perez is no stranger taking things to the extreme or being a little bit devilish, it seems. Oof! A big chop there. And again, you see, folks, we do have some super chat goals here. So if you want to see the return of El Delegado de Lucha Libre, then you see what you need to do.
Yes, I believe I still need $145 more to get to that threshold.
And don't adjust your screens, folks. I am in black and white, but we are here in full color with you for NXT Halloween Havoc as a cover by Roxanne and a 2 count only. After driving Kiana James face first into the ring apron.
Yeah, it's going to take a little bit more than that to keep Kiana down. A lot of people still underestimate Kiana James, and I don't know why. She has got some great athleticism. She may not have the acumen and the accolades of Roxanne Perez, but Kiana James is not one to be taken lightly.
Yeah, and again, Kiana James, she participated in the first Iron Survivor Challenge, but also she was the only one out of that match to end with a score of 0. But she has created opportunities wherever she can, and that's part of business. You have to be able to somehow find a way to invest in yourself and have others invest in you. We've seen her previously.
Oh, snap.
Uh-oh.
She just broke the swing, so she's got a steel chain, Noah.
Well, this is going to be a lethal lockdown of sorts, and she looks to be tying the chain around both her and Roxanne's wrist and whiplash into the barricade.
Good grief, that's going to leave a mark.
Welcome to the chain gang, Roxanne Perez. Kiana James right now taking control. Or an impromptu citizen's arrest, if you want to call it that. Another hard whip into the barricade. Good grief. And again, Kiana James, anything goes, all legal, falls count anywhere. Only way this match ends is via pinfall or submission.
The way she's going with this chain here, I feel like I'd like to see a Texas bull rope match between these two.
Yeah, it might be something down the line, but I'm always one of those that says you need a little bit of cowbell, but I also don't fear the Reaper. The question is, does Kiana James and Roxanne Perez fear what each other could do in this Devil's Playground? And you see Kiana James using the ring post and the chain to her advantage, trying to choke out Roxanne Perez. But Roxanne
great strategy here.
But Roxanne, though, still fighting back at the chain. Oh, my word! Braced across the bridge of her nose above her upper lip.
Got to be careful. She could end up breaking her nose with that if she pulls too hard. We're
again,
back to full screen here.
I mean, again, referee stoppage is a thing. Roxanne Perez can always verbally tap out, and right now, Kiana James looks like she wants to break her will. Not sign her own death warrant. Take a look, by the way, moments ago. You saw Roxanne taking advantage of Kiana James. She went face for the steel ring steps.
Oh!
Jeez. Kiana James got hold of that steel chain around the wrist of the Prodigy. It has been positive business notes for the businesswoman since.
Blocks the third time with her boot there.
Oof.
Turns the favor to Kiana James.
The most lethal game of tug of war you'll ever see at the expense of both ladies' shoulders. And again, I almost wonder at this point, is Kiana James jealous of Roxanne Perez? Not only did Roxanne Perez win that Iron Survivor Challenge, not only did Roxanne Perez beat her in the Breakout Tourney last year, she also became NXT Women's Champion. What has Kiana James done? She had a love affair with a country boy that went wayside. She's been involved in feuds that have ended up costing her more than profiting her. Now she finds herself at the Devil's Playground against a former NXT Women's Champion.
I mean, she was a women's tag team champion for a short period with Fallon Henley.
Yeah, I suppose there's something there. But again,
there is an accolade. I mean, is it the NXT Women's Champion? No. Was it a long run? No, but it is an accolade nonetheless.
Yeah, and also an accolade that
she held it longer than Cora and Roxanne held the titles.
Yeah, but look at what it led to Roxanne. Oh, man, breaking that fence post over the back of Kiana James. Uh-oh.
Side Russian leg sweep onto that kid's slide.
Good grief. Bent and buckled on Kiana James' back. Here's the cover. Hooking the far leg on the floor for the win. Two count only.
Roxanne looks like she's starting to get frustrated now.
Is she starting
she may be starting to realize that Kiana James, maybe she took her a little bit too lightly.
I don't know if she's getting frustrated or having fun at this point. Again, is she trying to become Kiana James' worst nightmare? And
don't forget, later on tonight, the women's title will be on the line. Lyra Valkyria challenging Becky Lynch.
Will dreams come true for the Valkyrie, and will she finally become an NXT Women's Champion? And of course, we'll see if Chase U becomes accredited with the NXT Tag Team Championships, and the NXT Women's Breakout Tourney also continues tonight. That's so much more ahead tonight. Halloween Havoc attempted to air pendulum swing instead into the barricade. For whom the bell tolls, it's Roxanne Perez into the trash can. It's a cover by Kiana's enough here. No. Whoa.
Kiana can't believe it. And looks like she's got a knot forming on the top of her forehead there, Noah.
Yep. The scars of this devilish play date are starting to take center stage, JJ. Take a look at this pendulum swing into the barricade. Great counter by Kiana James. And still not enough after that powerbomb onto the trash can. And for those that don't know, SmackDown will be on this Friday on FS1.
Just ripped the seesaw off of its base. Ooh.
Well, that's
using one of the seats, ram it into Roxanne's midsection,
yeah,
then the bar across the back.
Perfect balance shot there as you see her just wailing away into the midsection of Roxanne Perez. Again, seesaws, though, they don't work like that. You need to have an equal weight distribution on both sides, but what do I know? I haven't been on a playground in years. Oh, man. And again, Roxanne Perez braced up against the steel ring post. Kiana James trying to choke the life out of the Prodigy. Leave her behind on this playground. Ooh!
Spinning back kick.
And meanwhile, look at Pop Ross countered, though, by Kiana James. Sends her up and over into the barricade. Again. Whoa. I mean, Kiana James has kind of did everything at this point you could think of, except for, wait a minute.
See the Chase U section there.
Might be going into the NXT universe. And again, the fall could take place anywhere in the Devil's Playground. They could go to Hades if they want. And Kiana James looking Roxanne Perez up. Might be looking for a vicious superplex off the barricade. Uh-oh. They are both teetering.
Back here.
They're not on a teeter-totter. They're on the barricade, folks, here. And Roxanne Perez still fighting back against Kiana James. Wailing away with the forearms. Oh, wait a minute. Roxanne, Kiana. Whoa!
Roxanne tried to go for a side rush and leg sweep there.
Good counter by Kiana James with a moonsault. Standing moonsault. Loses her footing, though. And now Roxanne with the handbag. Oh!
Right to Kiana's face.
I wonder what was in that. Bricks. And again, Roxanne right now in firm control, looking for a pop rock on the handbag cover till the Prodigy wins this playdate. Jeez.
Very nice, very evil.
Wrong company, not copyright.
Well, but you know what? That was very nice, and you know Freddy Krueger is very evil, so you know it works.
I suppose. And what was in there? Let's find out. The brick. The freaking brick. Oh, man. Imagine what that must have felt like on Kiana James' spine. Well, Roxanne Perez turns out to be Kiana James' nightmare, and Kiana James' business venture just went belly up. Let's take a look
at that moonsault again.
Yeah, again, if she caught her footing on that, she probably could have capitalized, but as soon as wham! Roxanne nailed her right across the face with that handbag, and Pop Rocks. Oh, that brick collapsed on the spine of Kiana James. This business venture was over. The Prodigy once again rises to prominence and wins the Devil's Playground. Roxanne Perez, your winner at NXT Halloween Havoc. Well, that was a fun way to start this night of all sorts of treats, and I'm sure there are other tricks that will be in store for us too as we go down to the commentary side and look at Vic Joseph and Booker T. And I'm sure Booker T wasn't biased at all, but he's got to be very proud of seeing one of his students continue to rise. As you, I'm sure, very well are very proud of Roxanne's continued rising to the pressure, JJ. Again, she literally had anxiety collapse earlier this year. Since then, though, it's been nothing but upwards for her.
Yeah, absolutely.
The same for Trick Williams. You talked about Trick Mellow Game. Trick Mellow Game went from 100 to 0 real damn fast.
Yeah, it did. And I'm still curious what happened with this whole backstage assault last week.
Is it just me? Am I the only one that finds it rather, what's the word I'm looking for? Mysterious. That Trick Williams was added to the double contendership match and then assaulted. And Carmelo Hayes didn't miss again, but on his own, and once again finds himself challenging for the NXT Championship next week, part 2, Halloween Havoc, for the 3rd time. Melo don't miss. Can he pull off at the hat trick? But there's still a little bit of, I don't know, envy? And why would someone who's been at the top be envious of somebody who hasn't been there but wants to be there, has coincided with him, has hyped him, has helped him? I'm just saying, look, this isn't NCIS, this isn't Law and Order, this isn't Investigation Discovery, and I certainly am not a detective, but I'm just trying to put the pieces together, and evidence more so states that Melo didn't miss pulling off a trick last week. What's his motivation?
Why would somebody who's been at the top be envious of someone who hasn't gotten there yet? Because the person that hasn't gotten there yet is one of the fastest rising superstars on the roster and is taking a shine away from his best friend, his partner, him. You figure a year ago, Trick Williams was basically Diesel to Mello's Shawn Michaels. He was the bodyguard. He was the heavy. He was the guy that kind of made sure that the champ retained his title, got involved when needed. Over the course of the past year, Trick has been getting crazy reactions from the crowd. The same type of reactions that Mello started to get when he started his babyface turn, and people were getting behind him because they were so anti-Braun.
Fair.
When you feel that you are the GOAT, when you feel that you are him, that you are at, to take a pun away from another NXT superstar, the tiffy top, if you will. You see somebody else taking that shine, that spotlight from you. Just saying. And then the other key is everyone assumes Mello did this because that's what the HBK Triple H storyline was.
It seems too obvious.
What if Trick did it to himself to set Mello up?
We heard during the contract signing ahead of No Mercy, when Mello was talking about names that he is not him, one of those names that was coming out of his mouth was Trick Williams. And again,
What's up, boss man? I saw you pop in there.
Good to see you.
I was having audio issues. That's what I was saying about Trick. I think he did it to himself, just to let everybody into false sense of security. I also wanted to briefly, I do mean briefly, because I know we're doing a show here, by God, but we do want to show a little love to friends of the channel who are celebrating their wedding day today, and recent guest of the Greg Cherry brand on as a contestant on Luck of the Draw. Congrats to our friends Daisy and Jason on their wedding day. All love, positivity, folks. We are very happy for you. Within the multiverse, I don't know why you have a soul shot. No, it was not my intention. I can't even do a wedding announcement properly without a freaking botch. You gotta love that shit.
Botch.
There it goes. Anyway, congrats, Daisy and Jason. Enjoy the honeymoon. I think they're going to remember right down in Florida, so enjoy that, and we will be more than happy to hear about the stuff we're allowed to hear about on YouTube when y'all get back. Much love, guys.
Respect.
Sound good.
Very nice.
Very nice. And not very evil, unlike that win by Roxanne.
Well, Danhausen's very nice, very evil. Still don't know when he's coming back, but he keeps playing a Silver Shamrock commercial, which still drives me crazy to this day. I'm just saying.
Oh, he is an evil son bitch for that.
He is awesome for that. Thank you very much.
No, he's wrong for that.
He is not wrong. He is awesome for that.
He's going to play it tomorrow. I guarantee you it's going to play tomorrow during Dynamite. Very, very, very nice.
Going to,
I would not be surprised if it airs tomorrow on Rampage and on Collision, because by the time they get to next week's Dynamite, Halloween will be over.
Danhausen will show up and be like, I'm still here. Halloween's a thing. Or you be cursed if you say otherwise. This is going to be like, what?
I think he should come out on Collision.
Oh, Lord. I'm just going to say this for the record. I went to Beach Break in the middle of winter a couple years ago, AEW Dynamite. And it was during Orange Cassidy and Adam Cole Lights Out that Danhausen debuted. So I'm just saying, it wouldn't surprise me. Just saying.
Cruise ship with that person. I'm just throwing it out there. I was on a cruise ship trapped for 4 days with Danhausen. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. He's evil. He's crazy now. But yes, Danhausen and the Silver Shamrock is truly the purest form of evil he's ever done.
The best part is I actually had to show Noah the Silver Shamrock commercial so that he could get the reference of what Danhausen was doing.
Yeah,
because he's such a non-movie guy that he didn't get it.
But I am a wrestling guy, but I also don't mess with spirits beyond my control. I don't mess with a Ouija board.
And now Noah, now
metaphor backstage with Shotzi and Scarlett.
I mean, if the metaphor gets lost in the afterlife, I actually wouldn't mind that. Just saying.
Well, I mean, Shotzi is the Hellraiser. That's all kinds of shit that can go down. You want to mess with that? I do not get scared at horror movies, but if there is one horror movie icon that legitimately freaks me the hell out, it's Pinhead and his crew.
Yep. Xenobites are absolutely just nope for me. I tried to sit through the first one with Travis. I'm good. And that one I won't watch ever again. And the gentleman in the room with me who is currently engaged in his usual activity tried to get me to go see the Exorcist sequel. I'm like, I didn't want to go see the first one again. And I still haven't. I've seen that. I am the Usos, one and done with the Exorcist. I am.
What is Tozawa doing? Did he just steal the cup?
Why is Tozawa here? What is going on?
Because Tozawa is awesome, man. I have been loving his skits backstage with the Alpha Academy. Tozawa has become a mood as of late.
Tozawa lost his damn.
I'm about to go into a different move. That don't get off my damn screen.
Oh,
here we go with the debut of Lexis Keane.
Yes.
Arriving
on his throne.
A king has arrived. Huh. Long live Lexis King. This definitely has kept social media talking. When again, we were talking about during the pre-show, the legacy, of course, the Pillman name. We talk about Brian Pillman. Of course, this is his son, Brian Pillman Jr. For those that don't know, one half of the Varsity Blondes, formerly involved in AEW. Previous challenger for, I believe, TNT Championship. Also hung with the likes of John Moxley. Taking on, looks like a debuting star here, Dante Chen. Let's see what Lexis King's made of.
From the Florida Baba Ganoush clan.
I thought you were going to say Gila Douche, but this is an MXC. And meanwhile, Lexis King looking for a control here and there. They're going with the left arm. So it's one of those things, like we said, you want to get out of the shadow of your family, especially those before you. Again, he is the son of the loose cannon known as Brian Pillman. And as far as being the loose cannon, he was barely out of the freaking cannon before he went truly off and was taken before as an untimely early notice. So I am curious, though, what Lexis King will demonstrate to basically, create his own dynasty. And it doesn't start tonight with his debut here in NXT.
Well, hopefully his dynasty will be a better record at Halloween Havoc than his father. Brian Pillman is 1-2 at Halloween Havoc. He actually appeared on the very first inaugural Halloween Havoc back in 1989 in a losing effort challenging Lex Luger for the then NWA United States Championship. Also lost to Ricky Steamboat in 92, but his one victory was to become the inaugural WCW Light Heavyweight Champion at the 91 Halloween Havoc event.
And of course, you're hoping tonight Halloween Havoc 2023 Part 1 that Chase U becomes accredited and wins the Tag Team Championships. We'll also see what happens when the lights go out when Blair Davenport goes one-on-one against Gigi Dolan. Beautiful drop kick, though, by Dante Chen.
Yeah, very stellar drop kick there. Yeah, I want Chase U to win, but like I told Jeff, I think Thea's gonna turn. The full turn is gonna be complete tonight, unfortunately.
I'm just gonna say this for the record, okay? College students are known to drop out of institutions and to find their own path. Not everybody needs college to succeed. I'm just saying.
I know.
Again, right now, Lexis King looking to succeed tonight against Dante Chen, driving the boots in the side of the head. Again, right now, Lexis King doesn't seem to care about his opponent's well-being or the referee, for that matter. Nice shot to the midsection, though, by Dante Chen here. Ooh, the big rights out of the jaw. I'm curious, though, about this Dante Chen. I'm finding out more about him, I think, than Lexis King. Ooh, a spinal tap, though. And Lexis King falling up. Oh, man. And it's always the shots you don't see that are the worst because you can't plan for them.
You can't brace yourself.
Exactly. Take a look at this. Watch the replay here. Wham!
Jesus.
Almost like a running crossface, but from behind. Call whatever you want. I will call it effective. Again,
Lexis King just taunting Dante Chen at this point. He knows he has the match won.
Well,
he's just playing with his prey.
That's also
like a spider and a fly.
JJ, you and I talked about before. Pride before the fall. Your own hubris could be your own worst enemy, all right? And if Lexus King is trying to not be loose cannon, Brian Pillman, he can't go wild, guns a-blazing, if he's going to win here tonight, in my opinion. You see Dante fighting back from the chin lock and the rest hold. Shots to the midsection again. Blocks the shot that time. And Dante, he's staying in this thing, man. This isn't a guy that you just walk away to the side. Irish whip, reversal, Irish whip by Lexus King. Dante off the ropes, and Dante flies in. And Dante right now starting to get going. Nice atomic drop there, or Manhattan drop, whatever you want to call it. Off the ropes. Oh!
Nice pump kick there.
That side of the head. A bit of misdirection there, sending Lexus King into another region. Dante Chan's got to stay focused, though. He has control. Oh, my gosh!
Took too much time posing for whatever it was he was going to execute.
Off with his head with that super kick. Now the straight jacket trapping him on the second rope. What's Lexus King looking for here? What's this? You styling? Oh!
Ooh.
High impact magic screw of sorts cover to Lexus King
And
has
that
won his
is
debut.
it. Was there ever any doubt, really, that he was going to win?
Not really, but it was more so about what he was going to bring. And I'll admit Lexus King brought something a little bit different. Not as different as Apple, but different than Brian Pillman. Let's go ahead and take a little replay here. Watch this kick from out of nowhere. He was wham! Like you said, took way too long to sell whatever he was saying up for, and then paid for it. Straight jacket, twisting, corkscrew neck breaker of sorts. Reverse DDT, whatever the hell you want to call it. Call it effective, call it a win for Lexus King. We'll
bask in his glory.
And no.
Here we go. Chase U backstage getting hyped up for the match tonight.
Chase U's MVP, Duke Hudson, and of course Chase U's professor, Andre Chase, with, of course, Thea Hale, and recent enrolling, I guess you could say, Jesse Jane. Shout out to Nathan Banks and everybody in the chat. Hope one's enjoying the conversation, the reactions. And speaking of which, there are the prizes at hand. The NXT Tag Team Championships from the family. Forget about it. Of course, as we know, the Chase U won the Bada Bing, Bada Boom Battle Royale. So we'll see once again if Chase U can actually become accredited. Tag team titles on the line. Still to come tonight as we go to women's breakout tourney action.
Looks like Kehlani Jordan dressed up as Spider-Gwen here.
Oh, that's what that getup is. Of course, Kehlani Jordan, the first time we saw her was during the kickoff show to NXT No Mercy against Blair Davenport. And even in defeat, she showed us quite a lot of capable athleticism and potential. And that's really what the breakout tourney is about, JJ. Again, it was Roxanne Perez that won it, and it literally shot her into the stratosphere. Can somebody like Kehlani Jordan, though, maybe have the same path waiting for her? She has to get for her opponent tonight, though.
I've called it from the jump, from the moment I saw the brackets. Hell, before I saw the brackets, I said it was more than likely going to be Kehlani Jordan versus Lola Vice in the finals. They are on opposite ends of the brackets. They are both still in there tonight. All Kehlani has to do is get past Ariana Grace, the daughter of Santino Marella, in this match. Lola Vice has to get past Carmen Petrovic, and I have predicted the finals before there was even a freaking bracket.
But we are seeing Miss NXT apparently grace us with her presence. And we'll see if she becomes Miss Breakout Tourney finalist tonight. She definitely got the same poise as Santina Morella's long-lost sister that I hope remains lost forever. Bell rings right away.
Hopefully Santina doesn't debut on the first TNA Impact.
The fact you put out there in the ether, and I'm not going off on you right now, worse than something out of a horror movie, shows my restraint. Drop kick!
I appreciate that. Gorgeous drop kick from Kehlani Jordan. Don't forget her gymnastics background, Noah. That's going to play a huge factor into her offense here.
Yep, and we'll see if she's able to continue to capitalize. We go to restaurant quality, picture-in-picture. Kehlani Jordan looking to fly as high as Spider-Gwen, to your point. And right now, just running laps As Miss NXT runs back inside the ring. Oh, and was able to capitalize, looking for the elbow drop, but good scouting by Kalani Jordan. And again, not much is known about these Kibble athletes. Of course, these athletes coming out of either the independent scene or more out of the NIL program, the next in line. So this is really a first demonstration, a real learning experience for those that don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone recognizes the name Santina Morella, a.k.a. Anthony Corelli, who currently right now is the Director of Authority for Impact Wrestling that's going to be turned to TNA come Hard to Kill next year. Nice leg drop there to the left arm. Of course, we don't know what extent Ariana Grace has been trained by her father, whether out of the Santino Brothers Academy or somewhere else out of Canada. Oh, man, just ripped Kalani Jordan down to the mat there, though. Again, it takes more than a gymnastics background to make it in a WWE ring, even if it is NXT, but I will say, beautiful drop kick.
That's fair. I mean, it does take more than gymnastics. I'm just trying to point out the fact that she's already a trained athlete. Maybe not has all the wrestling acumen, but she is a professional athlete, so she knows how to compete. She knows winning, and she's got that severe flexibility from being which works to her advantage when it comes to submissions and whatnot.
We haven't seen Kalani Jordan, though, win via submission. We've seen her win via pinfall. But again, we also probably don't know, like you said, the full potential of a Kalani Jordan. But right now, she's feeling the full force of Ariana Grace. Of course, Ariana Grace has a little bit more experience. Comes in with probably 5 years of wrestling experience, trained by Tyson Deuce and formerly known as the Iron Princess. And of course, being trained right now by the WWE Performance Center, particularly Sarah Amato. Ariana Grace right now in control of the challenge of her opponent here. And again, one of these two women will make their way to the finals of this year's NXT Breakout Tourney. Just driving Kiana Jordan face first into the ring. And Miss NXT right now not giving us a speech, but actually wants Kiana to be humbled by her, apparently. Kiss her hand.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looked like she wanted her to kiss her hand there.
Well,
Ariana sets her up a beautiful snap suplex.
She calls herself self-royalty. Nice float over, hugging a leg. 2 count only. Calling herself self-professed royalty. Miss NXT. The day you're NXT hosting NXT beauty pageant, I quit.
Aw, come on, Noah. There's some gorgeous women in this NXT.
I don't look at women for ploys. I look at women for kick-ass professional wrestling. Damn it.
The bunny?
And that too. Also, she makes a great carry. Anyway, that's a different story. Or go back and watch New Year's Smash. But I digress. Ariana Grace right now with the chin lock, just wearing down Kalani Jordan. For those that give a F about the commercial, you are foolish, but maybe you actually do need some help. Anyway, what do I care? I'm 31 years old. YOLO.
Kalani Jordan trying to rally here, getting back to her feet. Ariana's got her in a sleeper hold. Kalani back up to a vertical base, but a brutal knee to the midsection there by Grace.
Almost looked like a side cravat. You saw the way she was cranking on the side of the head and neck as we are back. Again, this is our semifinal of the left side of the bracket. Kalani Jordan versus Ariana Grace for this year's NXT Women's Breakout Tourney. Nice suplex there by Jordan. And Jordan right now
trying for a vertical of her own there, but Kalani countered it, got one of her own.
Grace with a net breaker, though. Cover, hugging the leg. No. Good net breaker. Nice way. I like the way that she actually directed the net breaker, too. Didn't go straight down with it. Went to the side. And again, back to the cravat. Cranking the neck. And there you see our participants backstage in the NXT Breakout Tourney watching on.
Who is dressed up as Oogie Boogie? That's what I want to know. Damn it. What, am I not allowed to appreciate the Halloween costumes, the spirit that they're showing, Noah?
No, you're fine with that. It's just, me, well, you know what I'm all about. I mean, at least one of them actually dressed up with some grace. I will say that. Here's a roll-up by Kalani Jordan. 2 count only. Miss NXT looking to keep her crown tonight. Her chances of winning this tournament. Big
gorgeous cross body.
Cover. 2. And not enough body weight on the fall. The short tackle there by Kalani Jordan. And again, Kalani up and over. Sunset flip. The roll-up cover. Messy roll-up there. Delayed count by the official. Did not get the shoulders firmly placed down the mat. There's a bridge. 2. Kalani, though. Great flexibility. Turning up and around. Technical difficulties. That's
I know,
brilliant.
right?
We'll be right back after these messages.
There we go.
I blame Stevie Turner for that, if she still exists in this NXT. Anyway, Kalani Jordan right now picking up momentum, or maybe the lights went out before freaking GD Dolan and Blair Davenport. Kalani's feeling it, and that gymnastics background is heavily coming into play here for Kalani. Whoa! Nice
Beautiful
standing
flipping
somersault
leg
cover.
drop.
Somersault leg drop. That's a bit innovative. And again, I wonder though, is that more showmanship versus impact? Either way.
I mean, if a freaking elbow drop bouncing off the ropes can be a finisher, why can't a flipping leg drop? I'm just saying.
Keiji Muto with the flashy elbow drop, to your point. Very good
The
point.
Rock,
Yeah, that too. People's elbow. And Kalani, oof. There's Kalani's
the five-knuckle shuffle.
Overcome Automatic Grace. That five-knuckle shuffle really that's not an elbow. That's a fist to the forehead, not even the full fist.
But exactly, but it's still it's a simple move with flair.
Fair enough. It's a signature, not a finisher. We'll just go with that. I like how Ariana Grace right now is taking control of the match and just wailing away at Kalani Jordan's back. This has been a very even game contest with these two.
Like a good heel should. The heel should dictate the pace of the match and carry the baby face through for the most part.
Oof, back elbow strike as Ariana Grace might be losing her balance. Kalani Jordan again just fighting by any means. And Ariana Grace is snatching.
That's a big no-no. You do not grab a woman by her hair like that.
Oh, this is wrestling. Let's get real. Split
leg moonsault.
And they're hugging on their legs.
1, 2, 3. She's done it.
Beautiful split leg moonsault drop for the 3 count. Deep hook of the near leg to the ropes. And Kalani Jordan has overcome Ariana Grace. Miss NXT has been dethroned and is eliminated from the NXT Women's Breakout Tourney. And one half of our finals is made. Kalani Jordan. And she will meet either Carmen Petrovic or Lola Vice in the finals.
Well, half of my finals is accurate. Just got to see what happens in the other half later on tonight. You see Kalani Jordan eyeing the prize there.
Yep. And again, we know what the prize is for the winner. It is an NXT Women's Championship match, which, of course, Roxanne used to beat Mandy Rose for the NXT Women's Championship. Meanwhile, earlier today, we find, what's his name? Von Wagner.
Von Wagner.
If Von Wagner even remembers his name.
And his associate, Mr. Stone, who challenged Braun Breaker to a match for next week at Halloween Havoc.
Sorry, I thought you said Robbie E. I remember when he dropped the boom. Freaking old days of TNA. And stay tuned, folks, for when Impact Wrestling becomes TNA. Different boom. But still. Adam Cole wasn't the only one to drop the boom.
But it's all about the boom.
Adam Cole.
Adam Cole, get well soon.
Yes.
Not copyright.
Roderick Strong, stay in the neck brace. Adam Cole, get well soon.
Damn.
Oh.
So you want?
I love Roddy. I love Roddy, but the way he's been playing Cole this whole time, it's like, man, come on.
It's just one of those sitcoms waiting to happen on your local YouTube provider.
No. It is 100% Adam Cole's arrogance. He could have been calling after Adam Page or Adam Copeland this whole time. We don't know.
No, Marshall, I am not going to make a bet. I am not going to be Jeff and put money on wrestling to where I have to pay somebody $100.
No.
The anger
matter of fact, I need the money, by God. So JJ, pardon me for a moment.
Well, Mr. Stone,
it is official.
Mr. Stone might need a prayer and an ambulance. Next week he goes one-on-one with Braun Breaker. But coming up next, we will finally see if Chase U gets accredited or if we witness a dropout. The NXT Tag Team Champions are on the line as Tonyo Stacks defends against Duke Hudson and Andre Chase U. And that is next. Well, as we have a commercial break.
She's coming down camera. Go outside. Wait.
Yeah, you're good. As we got a commercial break, as JJ, Mr. Hype, was about to allude to, the next time we are here to call WWE Premium Live Event content for all of you, it will be from Saudi Arabia, and of course, Riyadh, where they bring us another crown jewel. It will be WWE Crown Jewel. Already matches known. It will be Rey Mysterio defending United States Championship against Logan Paul. Drew McIntyre versus Seth freaking Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. And of course, Roman Reigns versus LA Knight.
Yeah.
The WWE Undisputed Championship and a 5-way clusterfuck for the women for the Raw World Championship. And that and so much more will come to us. Tell me how to tell lies. Next week, Saturday. Stay tuned for more on that.
But before that,
I mean, yeah, it's not
Tell
what
me
I would
if
have
I'm
booked.
telling lies.
You're not telling lies. I don't know if I'll go as far as to call it a cluster F. Is it what I would have booked? No. But, and I'm going bold here. We'll get more in depth with it on simply predicting. I actually think Rhea may lose the title.
horror.
Because she can get beat without getting pinned. And with the babyface response she's been getting in the Judgment Day, have her reclaim it in Australia at Elimination Chamber in her home country.
Yeah.
That way she's still champion going into WrestleMania.
Depends if he leaves Judgment Day. Otherwise, if you're with the Judgment Day, you're a heel in my opinion. And that's why I think she is going to retain, because none of these 4 women have been booked with the capability, believable, that they can dethrone Rhea Ripley. So
but they don't have to dethrone her. Nia Jax splash somebody else come in, steal the pinfall, 1, 2, 3. Rhea's distracted somewhere else.
But what
the
about
champ
the whole
doesn't
thing?
have to be pinned, Noah.
What about the whole thing about Judgment Day having all the gold, JJ?
They begin their quest.
All the gold.
This is downright bonkers.
Dominic lost the North American title, reclaimed it. Balor and Priest lost the tag titles, reclaimed them. Rhea needs to lose the women's title so she can reclaim it.
Yeah, the following Raw, because who cares of an actual title run for longer than a week, it seems. Every title is transitional in Monday Night Raw.
Aaron's in my hair. They care.
Except Seth friggin' Rollins, which still surprises me.
Zack Ryder's fault.
Anyway.
Actually,
as we're on
Reese's fault, really.
Well, the discretion of the bear part of Balor. Damian Priest does not need to be in the same category as Baron Corbin.
Yes, please, God, no, don't do that to Damian Priest. I love Damian Priest too much for that shit.
Thank you. I rest my case, Your Honor. Anyway,
you forget,
right
as
now.
far as WWE coverage on Multiverse Media, you forget one very important day.
Man. Well, I did say WWE. I don't consider WWE and NXT the same thing.
Oh, okay.
See what I mean? There's a reason why I look at NXT differently than the WWE main roster.
And he did say WWE PLE. Halloween Havoc isn't a PLE, it's a free TV event.
PLE versus free TV. All underneath the same team. Still weird.
But I think what he was looking for was a segue into a brief 30-second spot about everything else that'll be coming up across the multiverse of media on Halloween Day.
If I had it loaded in the thing when you just said that.
You might want to wait till the next commercial, because even if we are looking at a commercial for football for Wisconsin versus Ohio State, whatever, we are going to be back at NXT momentarily. As the countdown to JJ's reaction of Chase U's implosion is imminent, more official will be the WWE Royal Rumble on Saturday, January 27th. He has the odds, I have the events, and we'll count down 1 through 30 to see who claims their spot on the road to WrestleMania. January 27th, folks. It's the Royal Rumble. Prepare to see who can stay the whole way inside the ring.
Now we have Shotzi Scissorhands. I'm loving this.
Good Lord Almighty.
God, Shotzi is killing it with these outfits tonight.
Is she going to be changing outfits to some sort of horror paraphernalia every commercial break?
Yes.
Not every, because she's been Pinhead for almost the entire first hour.
Okay, so probably every hour. Fine.
So we may get one more costume change from her tonight.
And meanwhile,
have her Chucky and have Liv Morgan cameo for no particular reason.
Here
with
come the Creeds and Ivy Nile.
who are not involved at all in this match.
No, but they are right by the wheel. We may get a spin a wheel, make a deal for next week.
Ooh.
It looks like they want to smash somebody. Oh, that's right. The Creed brothers were screwed. All right. So it looks like we will spin the wheel, make the deal for a tag team match for the Creeds getting vengeance. All right. And Avenal's just there. If Avenal spins that wheel,
step up and
spin all
spin the
night
wheel
long
on their behalf.
This might take a moment. All right. Why would you get Avenal to spin the wheel knowing how strong she is? Anyway.
Well, she's
Let's
strong, but I have a feeling the Creeds are going to be stronger.
Well, that's what I'm hoping for. Again, Avenal, one of those that's challenged previously for the NXT UK Women's Championship.
Slowing down.
Tables, ladders, and scares. Table, ladder, chairs.
Nice.
All right. So we will see Full Metal Mayhem of sorts next week with the Creeds. Well, you may be coming for them next week, but in the meantime, coming forward to the ring is the D'Angelo family. Time for our NXT Tag Team Championship match, finally. Jeez.
I don't know if I'm ready for this, Noah.
You got to be ready for the offer that your boys couldn't refuse. So, let's get ready and see what happens with Chase U.
For this.
I'm ready for this. Hey, are you ready for this? Come on. Hey, are you ready? Let's get ready for this. Here we go. Tony D'Angelo and Stax, the current and reigning NXT Tag Team Champions, after surviving a fatal four-way encounter at NXT No Mercy and winning these titles back at the Great American Bash against the Gallus Boys, who are no longer on top. The dawn of NXT and his most trusted family member, Stax, Tony D'Angelo and Stax are NXT Tag Team Champions. They proposed the Bada Bing, Bada Boom Battle Royale, and who came out on top of that was Chase U. Here we go. It's a pep rally. The first of two championship matches tonight, Halloween Havoc. Andre Chase and Duke Hudson and Thea Hale and Jessie Jane will be in the corner. Not as cheerleaders, I assure you.
Chase U represent alumni.
Of course, it's not the first time your boys, or should I say your institution, Chase U, have gone after the Tag Team Championships. They previously faced Pretty Deadly and lost. They previously were involved in a fatal four-way back at Vengeance Day and lost. They previously were involved in a triple threat encounter and lost. And of course, Thea Hale was previously involved in an NXT Women's Championship match and lost twice. But it was the second time that your professor decided to save the student and throw in the towel. And with that Chase U towel on Thea Hale's shoulder, could this be a little bit of a teachable moment or revenge postponed that we may encounter? NXT Tag Team Championships on the line. Bell rings. We are underway. Looks like we're going to start with Andre Chase and Stax.
I've just got a bad feeling, Noah. So I apologize if I'm quieter than normal in this match because I am so invested in my Chase U. You've got to remember, it was a year ago at this event that Duke Hudson enrolled, became a full-fledged member of Chase University. Then he became the Chase U MVP. And now, 1 year later, they've got another shot at the gold. It would be a perfect Cinderella story for them to win the belts here tonight.
Well, this isn't Disney, and NXT doesn't always have a happy ending.
But there's that dark cloud looming at ringside. The formerly happy, energetic, peppy Thea Hale, who has begun her path towards the darkness after having the towel thrown in on her by her teacher, Andre Chase.
You say she went towards the darkness. Maybe she's just seeing things more clearly, that she doesn't need Chase U to be successful, all right? They were holding her down, and she needed some sort of positive attraction to help bring out what maybe was being, withheld from her. And we'll see soon enough that comes to light. It might come tonight tonight, Halloween Havoc. And like you said, 1 year later, you know? I mean, she went there for a year. She took a chance, and she just decided to drop out because she saw bigger things than was at this institution. That's the way I see it. But again, that's still all speculation. What is actually going on right now is Duke Hudson and Tony D'Angelo in the ring after the ridiculous distant hip toss from Stacks on top of Chase U. And you see right now the chance to control the challengers. Duke Hudson just raked across the top rope, tag. And right now the tag team champions have isolated their MVP of Chase U, Duke Hudson, on their side of the ring. There won't be no poker face tonight, though, if Thea Hill shows her hand. I'll tell you that much. Or that towel. And Stacks in the cover, hook of the leg, too. One count only, excuse me. And again, I will say this about the Tony D'Angelo family. For a while, I didn't buy into it. As somebody that really is a town, it kind of was offending me a little bit. Not that I was going to make a call and have them whack, but that's a whole different conversation because I know people. But anyway, it's one of those things where, again, I've seen how far Stacks is willing to go for the Dawn. And at the end of the day, don't mess with the family. We saw him preserve himself and save Dijak save Tony D'Angelo from the street justice of Dijak. We saw him put his own body on the line against the Gallus firm, covered by Duke Hudson. Nice slam here, 2 count only. And we saw him literally infiltrate the biggest enemy to the family and found that the Gallus firm, they basically put the hit or the rat out on the Don. And they got the Don free, of course, at the expense of his own, free will. So I will say that Stacks is committed, and Tony D'Angelo and Stacks are very committed in raising the prestige of these NXT Tag Team Championships. And I just don't think Chase U have enough in their budget to raise the value of these titles. Oh, man, but Stacks just raised Chase U up one. Big kick to the midsection. Tabbed by Tony D'Angelo. They aren't chocolate chip cookies. What are you talking about? Oh, okay. I just look at the chat for a moment. It's like,
you
okay,
got to go back a bit in the chat.
No, I understand where people's minds are at. Again, there's a reason why I stand out from the rest of this world. Anyway, Tony D'Angelo right now standing out on this match,
That's
and
fair.
your professor right now is getting a crash course in the butt kicking, trying to fight back though, out of the corner of the chance, rocket stats around Tony D'Angelo, and pop in the belly. Here's the cover by Tony Turbotino. Class dismissed, not yet. And of course, in front of his entire classmates as well. It's got to also really wear on the class if your professor doesn't lead by example. Might have to reach out to the superintendent on this. Tony D'Angelo with the waist lock right now on Andre Chase. And Tony D'Angelo just wearing away at the midsection, compromising the core, compromising the breathing. Also, I don't think it's wise to wrestle in a sweater, but what do I know? And Tony D'Angelo right now centering himself. But again, Andre trying to fight back. The back elbow strikes. Tony refusing to let go of his hold as we are back to action. Also, F commercials. Again, this is night one Halloween Havoc, the first of our 2 championship matches. NXT Tag Team is on the line. Tony D'Angelo and Stacks of the Tony D'Angelo family. Defending the gold against Chase U. Up and over the top rope. Caught with a kick. Great tag team combination. There's the tag of Stacks. Fold over the cover. 2-0. Danny Stacks Lorenzo has definitely shown me a lot of promise this year in NXT with how far he's willing to go for the Tony D'Angelo family. Again, it's all about that reputation. You got to have a good reputation.
Yes, Stacks has definitely been the MVP here.
I say Stacks has been the MVP for the team since winning the titles. Remember, Tony D'Angelo got injured at No Mercy. Stacks was fighting against the world for the better part of half of that match. And at the end of the day, the D'Angelo family, got the better of the field that day. And that field consisted of the Creeds, the GTA Rejects, and what was the other team now that I can figure out? The Gallus Boys. Nice roundhouse. And there's a cat to the MVP. Duke Hudson's in. Duke Hudson right now coming in like a ball of fire. Raising team spirit. Whoa! Big overhead throw. And reeling it in. And the jabs. Must have looked back at some tape. Big jabs by Duke Hudson here. A little bit of flip, flop, and fly, if you will.
Going for that bionic elbow.
Chase U style, apparently. Caught the kick. Took Tony D'Angelo down. Big clothesline swing and a miss. Up and around and off. And Stacks stacked on top of Tony D'Angelo. Duke cuts in right now in firm control. Nice sidewalk slam cover. No! Woof. Hey, you talk about Thea Hale not having that peppiness. She looks very peppy to me, JJ. I don't know what you're talking about. Up and around the shoulders. Might be looking for Razor's Edge. Out of the corner, though. Stacks able to counter. Boot up. Off! Open palm strike.
Looks to be deceiving, Noah.
How far this guy has come from the poker table. Irish whip up and over Stacks, though. Duke cuts in again, staying in control. Stacks still picking up speed. Touches the clothesline, again, and Stacks caught up and around. Woof! Big slam, cover! 2 new champs, no!
No.
Whoa. That was
Duke
close.
is beside himself. He can't believe it.
Woof! That was a big body slam there. Not quite a full rotation for a black hole slam, but still a great slam nonetheless. Tad Andre Chase. Tag team championships are on the line, and probably more than that, if we're being perfectly honest. And right now, up in the Gory's position, what they're looking for here, Stacks fighting back, those Stacks up and over. And Stacks fighting against the world once again. Stacks still looking man. Tad to Tony, though. The Don is in. The Don, the Professor. That just sounds like a bad joke waiting to happen. Ducks they need the clothesline. Duke Hudson still legal participant. Well, not legal, excuse me. Well, now he's gone. And big spine buster. Planting the Professor. We might literally just be a bada bing, bada boom away from the Tat Chance retaining. There's a waist lock. Big uppercut. Suplex combination by the family. And Andre Chase in a world of trouble right now. Big flying uppercut to get off the top rope with the suplex. Covered by Stacks. 2 to the tag. No. And whew, somehow, some way, your Professor's integrity still lives. And so does his chances for the NXT Tag Team Championships. I gotta wonder what's going for the latest enrollee of Chase U, Jesse Jane, seeing this firsthand. Andre up on the shoulders again. Stacks though. Whoop. And Duke Hudson trying to. Oh, man. Big boot to the face of Stacks. Just wiped out Stacks on the floor. Stacks collapsed. Irish whip, reverse Irish whip. And meanwhile, by Andre Chase. Nice Russian leg sweep. Oh, come on. Seriously? Come on. All right. I'm doing this to JJ.
Give me a C. H. A. S. E. U.
And Chase U might be cheering right now, but they might be in a moment with broken hearts. Again, going to the high risk district. Is he taking too long, though? Tony D'Angelo meeting him there. But Duke Hudson, though, saving his Professor. Saving Andre Chase. Big headbutt there. Again, Stacks and Duke up on the apron. Oh, God, what a DDT. Good night, Duke. Tag to Stacks. Tony D'Angelo hooking Andre Chase. Superplex! And Stacks with a splash! Diving headbutt of sorts. Trying to roll into the cover. Rolling away cover. Till the family. Oh! Duke Hudson literally throwing himself to prevent the fall. Whoa. Take a look at this. The distance that Duke got throwing Tony D'Angelo into a suplex on top of the pinfall. Breaking up decision. Again, this is NXT Halloween Havoc. Our first of 2 championship matches. Chase U going after the NXT Championship. Another roll by Stats. Roll by Stats. Got so tight. 2 count only. Wow, what a super kick. Tony D'Angelo legal now with Andre Chase. Andre Chase, Irish whip up and over. Duke Hudson preventing the bobbing, bob, boom. Andre Chase with the roll up on Tony D'Angelo too. Ooh. Oh, good grief. And Duke Hudson thrown far away at ringside after taking out Stacks. Thea Hill checks on him. Up and around, swinging that breaker by Andre Chase. Andre Chase in control of Tony D'Angelo. Now Andre might be looking for the tag. Meanwhile, Jesse Jane throwing a crowbar in. Get the job done!
Cheat here.
Get the job done! It's not cheating if you're not caught! Chase saying absolutely not, refusing the crowbar. Meanwhile, the drop down. Oh, and Jesse Jane goes flying to Thea Hill. Meanwhile, There's a roll-up by Change the Duke. What? They did it! They did it!
They did it!
They fucking did it! Are you fucking
Chase,
kidding
you
me?
are the champions.
What? I don't believe what I just freaking saw. The freaking roll-up. After that impromptu bump, take a look at the replay here. Chase U just got accredited with the NXT Tag Team Championships after Jesse Jane threw a crowbar towards Andre Chase, and Andre Chase refused to use it. And Tony was looking for a finisher here off the ropes, bumped Jesse Jane away on top of Fia Hill. Tony couldn't believe it. And Andre, there's the roll-up, there's the trap, deep stack. Andre Chase just won the NXT Tag Team Championships for Chase U. Like you said, it was 1 year. The MVP enrolled. It was a few weeks ago that a toxic student enrolled. And now 1 year later, Chase U are the NXT Tag Team Champions. I don't fucking believe it.
JJ, hang on before you respond.
Now that okay.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. What were you gonna say? What were you gonna say?
I don't know now because I realized I was cutting you off. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's not important now. What were you gonna say?
I was going to play a video response to Josh's comment, but I ruined your moment. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I apologize. It was important because it's Chase U. It's your deal. But please go ahead.
But the moment is over now, so it's okay. Move along.
I cannot fucking believe this. I cannot freaking believe this. You gotta be kidding me. You have gotta be freaking kidding me. What the?
I am pleasantly surprised.
Well, you got one hell of a freaking alumni banquet. Chase U are the new NXT Tag Team Champions. I don't freaking believe it. In other news, Nathan Frazier is given a hard fact that he will take on Dirty Dom for the NXT North American Championship next week. As, of course, last year, Nathan Frazier was involved in Halloween Havoc in the five-way ladder match for the vacated NXT North American Championship. So we'll see if 1 year later, history continues to unfold, and if we get something truly hard-hitting at home with a new NXT North American champion. That's still coming next week, but I still can't believe what I just saw. Chase U will now educate NXT.
I can't either.
In tag team wrestling. Andre Chase and Duke Hudson are the NXT Tag Team Champions. The hell. Well, that's one title match out of two so far tonight at Halloween Havoc, where so far there have been not really a lot of tricks, but plenty of treats towards JJ's delight. And we will see soon enough if we will have a new NXT Women's Championship. If a Valkyrie will claim her richest prize from somebody that she deemed basically an idol, a mentor, a friend, an inspiration. As Becky Lynch will defend the NXT Women's Championship. It looks like we got a bit of a WWE fan base polls here. Social media, worst thing this generation, but I digress. But I'm not going to take that away from the youth that actually use it kindly to show their absolute love, joy, passion for this business. Because sometimes social media is their only outlet where they feel comfortable in broadcasting, showcasing, demonstrating that passion. All around the world, they are going to see two of the greats from across the pond in the main event tonight at Halloween Havoc for the richest prize in women's division, NXT. But before that, lights will be on bright for that. But coming up next, the lights will go out. It is Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal, number 2. Gigi Dolan and Blair Davenport in the Lights Out match. And that's next on NXT. As we go to full commercial break, I just want to go ahead and say we thank you all for tuning in. Once again, please like, subscribe, comment, and, tell a friend. And if you are appreciating the conversation, we had this in commentary. Super chat, as simple as that. And if you want to dictate the conversation, donate to dictate, as Mr. Reliable says, at Casting Studios. It is as simple as that. Well, JJ, your accredited institution actually has something to back it up and something to put in their proverbial trophy case that I'm sure will be built in their classroom. And you can give Thea Hale and Jessie Jane an assist. Jessie Jane particularly. Your institution got the NXT Tag Team Championships. Congratulations. I'm a little bit annoyed.
I can tell you're a little bit annoyed, and it seems like Producer Man's a little bit annoyed too, but hopefully he'll come back here. Yeah, I'm dumbfounded. I really am dumbfounded.
Right?
I really thought all roads led to the completion of the heel turn here.
I was expecting
And
a
to
dropout.
see them,
As you were saying. Continue, brother.
To see them capture the belts after so long genuinely made my day.
You got a Chase U shirt, don't you?
I was supposed to. I ordered one, never came.
Damn.
Emailed the company that it never came, asked for a replacement. That one didn't come. So I'm kind of stuck here without a shirt, but it is what it is. I got my one NXT shirt, which just happens to have JC on it, and she was out there at ringside. I'm also supporting Gigi in the upcoming match against Blair Davenport, but you know.
I still am flabbergasted. Chase U NXT Tag Team Champions. Thanks to Jessie Jane? Seriously,
Yep.
That one bump was all it took. And Andre trapped the legs and rolled up and stacked Tony D'Angelo. Clear as a sheet.
I have a feeling JC Jane is now the valedictorian of Chase U.
Oh, God help me. Ay, ay, ay. Well, all I'm going to say is congratulations to Andre Chase and Duke Hudson on winning their first accolade in NXT and becoming the new NXT Tag Team Champions, and to all Chase U supported enrollees and soon prospects to enroll too. Now you got even more motivation, because I guess Chase U actually gives you a real learning experience that pays off. Damn it. In the meantime, again, we still have, of course, our next spin the wheel, make the deal, spin the wheel type of shenanigan to go about. As, of course, G.D. Dolan and Blair Davenport will go one-on-one. Of course, these two are no strangers to each other. They've had bad blood for the better part of a couple of months now, in and out of tag matches and singles matches. And G.D. Dolan, she's no stranger to fighting the world in the dark or under the brightest lights. Again, she was left in the dark for the longest time before she came into NXT. It was with Tasha Trajan that she felt complete, felt comfortable, and she put the needle in the coffin in that. As this man is burning the ships down now in NXT with Mackenzie Mitchell, Baron Corbin. I mean, he's got a point.
Yeah, and if nobody has listened to his new theme, his theme is freaking fire right now.
I agree, actually.
Go on to Spotify and listen to it in its entirety.
I'm surprised, actually, that's a good theme. I don't think that was done by Def Rebel, because all he knows how to do is generic guitar worse than Guitar Hero. Oh. You know, I will say this about Baron Corbin. When he attacks you on camera. I don't think it was him, if I'm being perfectly honest. Dijak is a guy that demonstrates justice his own way and breaks people. I don't think it's Dijak. But again, this isn't NCIS. This isn't CSI. So, again, what do I know? Oh, brother. Ooh. A threat? Will it be empty, though? Again, top to top, can you walk the walk? I mean, he is a former United States champion, so I guess there is that. And speaking of former champions, here comes Gigi Dolan. I have no idea what a lights out match is under a PG product. So this is going to be interesting considering I watch AEW. So again, we'll see how unrestricted these two violent mentalities can be, because don't get it twisted. Former Priscilla Kelly, she can be as violent as Darkest Night, and the top Ganjin, formerly of Stardom, Blair Davenport, she is absolutely vicious and will do anything to win. She's kind of been the bully of your NXT, JJ. We saw what she did against the likes of Roxanne Perez ever since coming back to NXT underneath that hood, and there's still multiple people she has assaulted that are still under reserve because of her. As Blair Davenport once again now takes center stage and makes her way into the NXT arena. Oh, no.
Oh, nice. Blair channeling her Georgie from Stephen King's It, while Gigi channels Beetlejuice.
Well, there's no sandworms involved here, and there's no gutters, but it doesn't mean that Blair Davenport won't literally take a bite out of her competition and make them bleed. Scared because you should be.
I think Blair wants to see if Gigi floats.
Yeah, I think she's ready to pop her where she stands and make sure she doesn't rise to the top. And once again, prove why she is the top Ganjin and the force to be reckoned with in your NXT. What? All right.
Throwing the switch to turn the lights out.
It's just a dimmer. It's just a dimmer lit arena. Bell reigns were underway. And of course, we'll see what happens here tonight in the lights out. Of course, we've also seen a similar match like this in NXT UK, Match of Darkness. Of course, with Isla Dawn and Michael Satomura over the NXT UK Championship. When the lights go out, what unfolds? At the end of the day, though, both these men are just trying to demonstrate why they are the force to be reckoned with and why they deserve to be in talk for the NXT Women's Championship. We know Blair Davenport first came into NXT last year. It was Collide in a triple threat, when it was Michael Satomura, Blair Davenport, and Mandy Rose to unify the NXT and NXT UK Women's Championships. Of course, that night, it was Mandy Rose that won. Shortly after Blair Davenport, she got injured, wasn't seen since. Gigi Dolan, of course, who's been around your NXT the entire long haul, the longest reigning NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. And of course, as the fall of her and JC Jane inside Steel Cage, she's been trying to make her own way, being involved in multi-person ladder matches for the NXT Women's Championship, no more contender matches for NXT Women's Championships, but has yet to get a shot at the NXT Women's Championship, except for that triple threat against the Prodigy. And it was Jessie Jane that cost her that night as well. What you thought was going to be a 2-on-1 turned out to truly be one for all. And Jessie Jane couldn't stand it, putting her boot through the door in the side of the head of Gigi Dolan, leaving her permanent mark. But again, Gigi Dolan, she's conquered and faced adversity her whole life. I mean, we saw what Kiana James did, literally embarrass her, paint her a whole different color. Oh, man, vicious stomp. Thankfully, that missed. But Davenport gets robbed with the side forearm here. And, of course, Blair Davenport, we saw what happened when she got personal with her last opponent, and it ended up costing her. And, of course, when the lights come back on, they will be nice and bright for our main event, the NXT Women's Championship still to come. Becky Lynch defends it against Lyra Valkyria, and the other half of the Breakout 20 also to come as well between Carmen Petrovic and Lola Vice. Gigi Dolan right now giving Blair Davenport a seat here. And what's Gigi looking for here off the apron, creating some distance between her and Blair Davenport. Just, oh, man! That was a messy, but a very messy but effective meteoric here. Gigi Dolan right now, unleashing her wild side as we go to the rest of the card picture in picture. Don't go anywhere here, folks. Okay, seriously, JJ, lights out. They just dim the lights. That's really all they did. There's no fog effect. There's no, like, lightning strobing effect. Like, really? Is this the best they could do? Come on, brother. Come on. Aesthetics. Come on. Work with me here. What's happening? Just a bunch of black light. Less black light than the Undertaker's entrance.
I agree. They should have at least had... Yes. I agree. They should have at least had, like, smoke machines or something. Fog machines.
If you want lights out, I'll go lights out. You'll just see a black window that's truly black here in a moment. But Seriously, what's that going to do besides just literally show everybody a black screen? I can understand not giving anybody a black, but come on now. Lights out. Give me a break. This ain't lights out. You might as well have a bunch of neon sticks and turn it to a rave. Oh, wait. Trinity's in Impact Wrestling's the Knockouts World Champion. Never mind. And K Square are on Raw, and the rave died the moment they went to the main roster. Anyway, Gigi Dolan, of course, right now. Am I wrong? Gigi Dolan right now wearing away at Blair Davenport, still reigning chair. I'll say it again. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Irish whip.
Now, the only person that's really gotten any prominency since getting called up is Zoe Stark and JD McDonough.
Yeah. And of course, Zoe Stark will be in the 5-way for the Women's Heavyweight Championship. Roller cover 2. Nice slam there by Gigi Dolan. Now the crucifix cover. 2 count only. I know when to choose that in the audience, but I'm pretty sure some people right now are falling asleep.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, the atmosphere speaks volumes. Just saying. You see right now, this submission might speak volumes here, but at the range and reach of Blair Davenport, trying to make her way to the ropes, prevent the submission, reverse the press of the shoulders down, and a 2 count. And you and I talked about it, JJ. Blair, jeez, swung for the fences there, home run. Just clocked Gigi Dolan in the head. No stranger to that, formerly dating Darby Allin. And for those that don't know, Gigi Dolan is the former Priscilla Kelly. Big suplex in the corner. Didn't get all of it, though, but got the leg caught on the bottom turnbuckle pad, still rope. That could hyperextend a muscle. It's one of those things we talked about, though, during the pre-show at JJ. Blair Davenport has not had the greatest stroke of luck or momentum since coming to NXT, even coming back from injury. She really needs a win here. But you can say the same thing about Gigi Dolan, who's been finding adversity ever since the implosion of Toxic Attraction.
Yeah, it's fair.
And right
That's
now,
a fair assessment.
Kendall stick in hand. Again, folks, we are calling NXT Halloween Havoc. Hope you are enjoying the conversation. Please subscribe, comment, tell a friend. And if you want to dictate the conversation, don't even dictate at Casting Studios. Super chat. It is as simple as that. And right now, candlestick to the midsection after giving Gigi a seat. And again, the Davenport, no stranger to swinging a Singapore cane. And right now, Gigi Dolan trying to fight back, but Blair using it to her advantage. Big, mean neck breaker. 4 step with the candlestick cover. 2, no. And right now, Blair Davenport firmly in control of her challenger, driving her knee into the spine and whirling away at Gigi Dolan with the candlestick. Back live here at NXT Halloween Havoc Night 1. It is a lights out match. Gigi Dolan, Blair Davenport, spin the wheel, make the deal. One of these two's deal will be sealed, and all it's going to take is a 3 count. And whoa! Beautiful Frankensteiner of sorts. A little bit of ambiance might have unleashed a darker side of Gigi Dolan that we have not seen for a while. And there's a table. I thought that tables, ladders, and scares was next week. All the tools.
I'm going to refrain from making the naughty comment.
I appreciate that. I mean, as far as I know, this isn't NXT After Dark. This is NXT in the dark. Oh! If NXT went After Dark, it'd be a whole different product. I'll tell you that much. All right, now Gigi Dolan. How far is Gigi Dolan willing to go to put away Blair Davenport after already beating her? Might I add, Gigi Dolan has beaten Blair Davenport once already in less than 3 minutes on NXT television. And I don't think Blair Davenport has lived down that loss yet. Got toe hold by Blair Davenport. Face first to the chair goes Gigi.
Ooh.
That was a messy throw, but I don't think her shoulder made contact with the ring post, though, JJ, so that might have been to Gigi's advantage. Still, though, bad landing. Blair Davenport right now trying to take advantage every way she can. In the MO of her career, she takes the table to the outside, not giving what the people want. Obviously not their best friend. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Oh! Crack that whip. Studded belt to the midsection and the back of Gigi Dolan, courtesy of Blair Davenport. That'll leave a mark or two. Again,
that is going to leave a mark.
Yeah, the Blair Davenport's all about leaving a mark. She wants to leave her mark in your NXT. She wants to prove why she is the top Genjin. And right now we got a trash can, and that studded belt still inside the ring. Only thing that limits you here is your imagination and what they were able to get at Home Depot. And again, some people love inflicting pain on others, as Minoru Suzuki. Some people also thrive off pain, as Ilya Dragunov. Of course, Ilya Dragunov will defend the NXT Championship next week in our main event, Halloween Havoc Night 2. What the hell? Oh, it's a leather strap! Oh! Hear the whip! Feel the crack! What a lash! Big pull him with the clothesline, hook in the near leg too. No! Just gearing that shoulder up. I think GD Dillon's about to go psycho on Blair Davenport.
I'm down for it.
I don't think
I'm
Blair
here
is.
for it.
I don't think Blair is. And I'm not talking about Blair from the Blair Witch Project, although Blair Davenport might want to make a tag out to her. And right now, GD Dawn, big quad kicks, up kicks to the face of Blair Davenport while she's stuck in the chair, giving her seated position. Big chop. And Gigi right now, what's she planning here? Oh my God!
Jesus.
Hello!
Just chuck the chair at her head.
And hit full contact. Dangerous. Saito suplex. Cover. Hook on the far leg. 2 count only. Yeesh. That was a freeform chair right there. I'm surprised it didn't hit Booker T or Big Joseph. That chair got some distance. You would have thought that was a rugby ball. And now Blair pulling out her own table. I know we're in the dark, but I'm pretty sure Gigi Dolan right now is seeing stars bright after that chair contact to the face. And Davenport right now is setting up another tool of destruction on the outside in the form of a table. So far, there has been no broken wood here. Again, pinfall submission, the only way this match ends. And apparently, Blair Davenport did not learn how to set up a table. Or maybe she's trying to use that table up against the announce table. What is Blair Davenport looking for here? This is not making any sense. Blair Davenport right now scouting her next move. And Gigi, whoa! Just wailing Blair with the trash can. Now Blair trapped inside the ropes. Gigi looking to follow up, create some distance. Big running drop kick. And again, did Blair take way too much time setting up whatever she was going for here, JJ? Gigi's taking advantage.
She's got to.
What's
You know,
this?
Blair's the more dominant person here. She's got to take advantage every opportunity she can get.
And that trash can slam, almost a modified Blue Thunder Bomb of sorts, gives Gigi a 2 count.
Because Blue Thunder Bombs never get the 3.
Look, mark my words, Konosuke Takeshita will get a 3 count with a Blue Thunder Bomb. I'll be the one to say I told you so, and we will finally put that to rest. As the Don Callis family continues to be one of the strongest entities in all professional wrestling. Uh-oh.
Then it'll be only Takeshita can get a 3 with the Blue Thunder Bomb. Nobody else will.
Yeah, I guarantee you nobody else will, because nobody else should. And what the world is Blair Davenport going to do here with the announce table? Save your Skittles, Big Joseph. I don't approve Skittles. I really don't care about them. Nice knee strike here. And meanwhile, Gigi, oh, no. Look for a snapdragon of sorts.
Just
Meanwhile,
remember,
Blair,
Noah,
look at that. Oh, man! A Falcon Arrow of sorts from the announce
Jesus.
table through the setup table on the outside of the ring. And Gigi Dolan suffering, much to the grinning of Blair Davenport. That was nasty. And again, pinfall submission inside the ring is the only way this ends. And there's the knockout knee cover. 2, Blair Davenport wins. Lights out Gigi.
about what I figured for this match.
Well, I mean, Blair Davenport needed to bring something to life. She's going to back up her claim of being the top Ganjan. She needed the win. But also, you could say the same thing for Gigi, who continues to fight all sorts of adversity. Now finds herself left in the dark in pain and agony. Jeez. Well, that was something. As we bring ourselves back into the light and prepare ahead for our main event tonight. Again, Becky Lynch, the man, takes on Lyra Valkyria. formerly known as Ayla Valkyrie, for the NXT Women's Championship. But also, speaking of championships, your NXT champion, Ilya Dragunov, as the era of the Tsar is officially underway, will once again go against probably his greatest foe in your NXT history, Carmelo Hayes. As we hear from the champ himself, so eloquent in his delivery, and always styling and profiling.
Absolutely.
Talks about his childhood, of course, growing up in Mother Russia and then moving to Germany. Appreciate you all here. Hope that everyone G's Better singles match is even defeat. That's a fair shout. No, I don't need to. Anyway, as we right now are just hearing from Ilya Dragunov, basically telling his story. Yes, JJ. What's up?
Am I coming out broken on your side? Do I sound all choppy?
No, you sound fine to me, bro. I just want to make sure you're okay because
okay. I'm asking. No, I'm just asking because the reason I haven't been talking a whole lot since the thing went down is because you keep coming out choppy on my end.
Oh.
So I don't know if there's glitching going on your end of me also. So I don't want to step on you. You know, I don't want to be stepped on. So I've been trying to like hold off and wait for a good opportunity to jump in, but haven't been finding the right time because every chance I get that I think I can jump in there, you stop the glitch and then you're talking normally again. So
weird.
It may just be using the technical of the Discord, but it is what it is. Got to do what we got to do to make the show work.
Right. I mean, so far from my end, from the presentation standpoint, you seem fine and sound fine. I'm just making sure I hear you fine. When you speak, I hear you fine. And I'm not hearing myself choppy at all or cutting in and out at all. I have solid connection, no other apps running. So everything's fine from my end. And right now,
it may just be because I've got the Discord up on my end, and that's what's making it seem funky through.
Okay, as long as you're hearing me clearly, because I hear you clearly, because apparently I'm choppy from your side. So something, because when you have multiple video products going on a single device, it could cause latency, especially if you're using Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. Okay.
Because I'm using a secondary laptop for the Discord, and the main laptop I've been using for video feeds only is what I've been using. Oh, speaking of feeds, Ruby was watching the interview. What hell is this?
They're the Exorcist girls, but I'm not sure who that is that's dressed up. Is that Shotzi and Scarlet again?
I'm going to guess yes. I thought Barbie dolls were fucking freaky. This is freaky.
Need you to watch some more horror movies, Noah, so you can get educated on some of these references.
Helps in the know. I'd rather get educated on who the hell Carmen Petrovic and Lola Vice is. And speaking of which, the NXT Women's Breakout Tourney semifinals are up next here tonight on NXT Halloween Havoc. Again, I am not a horror guy.
Carmen Petrovic, I believe, is Russian.
I believe you're right.
I believe she's Russian. I believe she's a martial artist, if I remember her video package correctly. She knows how to use nunchucks and stuff. She had a fantastic showing a week ago, whatever it was, when she had her quarterfinal match.
Okay.
Very, very impressive, but Lola Vice has Elektra Lopez in her corner.
That's the key thing.
The numbers game may just be too much for Carmen Petrovic, but keep your eyes peeled. She is a fantastic competitor, and you can tell that they see big things and bright things in her future.
All right. That's good. Good to know. Thank you for the education. I remember.
Thank you, Matthew, for pointing out that was Shotzi and Scarlet. Go ahead, Noah.
Oh, you're fine. I thank you for that, JJ, because I remember they just flashed with all those people from the freaking what's the word I'm looking for? they flashed all those people from the No Mercy like vignette when they talk about the NXT Breakout Tourney, and I was like, who are these people? And I remember one that was like a martial artist. So she's the martial artist, and she looked like she's a force to be reckoned with. So it's good to know that the people, at least from that video thing, seem to be the ones they are pushing forward in this tournament. But again, Lola Vice, she's had longer tenure in your NXT because I recognize her by name value, and she has Alexa Lopez, former member of the God of the Fantasma family, in her corner. It just screams to me that Lola Vice is going to once again synthwave 80 Titantron, and what's her finishing move? That's that leg drop or something like that. I forget her finishing move is.
Something
Pretty
like
effective
that.
though. Either way, I think Lola Vice is going to the finals. I really do.
Absolutely. Plus, we've already got Kehlani Jordan, the baby face, on the one side. We got to have a heel to face her. Got to have it be face versus heel. That's standard wrestling writing. Good guy, bad guy. Good girl, bad girl. And Lola Vice is definitely the bad girl in this matchup.
Okay.
So it just makes perfect sense for the heel. Plus, as you pointed out, the name recognition. She's been around for a while. So the flip side of that coin is you could say that she doesn't really need the breakout tournament because she's been around a minute and has the recognition.
Yeah.
But she may have been around for a minute, but she hasn't had a whole lot of matches until recently. At least not on the main product. Maybe on Level Up. But as far as the main NXT TV product, she hasn't really had matches until the last, we'll say 3 months, and that's being generous.
Okay. Because that graphic alone, Petrovic looks like a heel to me. Seriously.
I know she does, but that's just because she's a badass. But Lola Vice is full heel. She's that cocky, arrogant, I'm better than you and I know it type of female.
With that Latino heat.
Yes.
I got the Latino heat from her entrance right away. You don't have somebody like Alexa Lopez in your corner unless you got some Latino heat behind you. That's for sure. So that don't surprise me. I think Petrovic is Russian, huh? I wonder if she's like a shooter, like legit later first. Either way, okay. I'm looking forward to seeing what Karim Petrovic can do. So we'll see what they do here momentarily while we wait for NXT to get back. And again, I hope everyone's enjoying the conversation despite what may have been technical difficulties at one point. It's been interesting nights. I still can't believe Chase Hughes accredited. But besides that, what else? Let's see. GD Dolan got left in the dark. Roxanne Perez played and was Kiana Jane's nightmare. And Kehlani Jordan beat Miss NXT Ariana Grace.
Yep. I agree with Matthew's point about Shotzi and Scarlett needing to be a tag team after this evening. And don't think that the irony is not lost on me, despite the fact that the show runs on USA anyways, that they're promoting Chucky during Halloween Havoc. As we get a little interview sponsored by Mattel here to see if it is Tiffy time still in NXT.
What the hell is that? What the hell?
That's awesome. Somebody is actually dressed as Tiffany Stratton. This is epic.
This is confusing. Okay, I'm confused. Whoa! And that's how you take out a freaking doppelganger. All right? So Timmy just fought Timmy.
And it is an Oogie Boogie Bash backstage.
Ay. As we're back at the NXT Breakout Tourney, Carmen Petrovic takes on Lola Vice now in the semifinals to see who faces Kehlani Jordan for a chance at an NXT Women's Championship. Oh, wow. All right. Petrovic's got
Both
a bit
women
of a
trading
MMA
off
stance
kicks in the early goings.
But I like the stance that she took. She waited to take her shot and then caught Lola Vice just enough to take her off her feet. Nice roll up here. The 2 count. And so far, Petrovic, calculated striker, but again, Lola Vice. The roll through. Seriously, you couldn't give these two an entrance. Nice sweep of the legs out there, though, by Petrovic. He's got to get used to that name. What's this? Oh! What a rolling kick! Cover 2! Oh! I like what Petrovic's bringing here. I like this woman's style. And Petrovic right now following in. Lola Vice sends her upper over on the apron. Just show her the midsection here. Oh, big solar kick by Lola Vice, and I'm not gonna count Lola Vice out of this because there's that Latino heat overlay. The freaking striking prowess. She's got some mean kicks to her. I think her finisher is a kick move, if I remember correctly. Oh, good power game. Then the ground and pound on the mounting position. Petrovic trying to cover up. Try to protect yourself at all times. Athletes need to protect themselves. And apparently, Lola Vice has her own devil in her corner, JJ, and Electra Lopez. I don't think there's a shoulder angel that's telling Lola Vice showing any mercy. Cover. Two. No. Nice hook of the leg there. Again, folks, for those tuning in SmackDown, you can watch SmackDown on FS1. Nice question mark kick of swords by Karen Petrovic, creating some distance. And Lola Vice right now, stream back with a couple kicks of her own. Hook of the leg. Two. No. Nice near fall. See Lola Vice right now. Just
Lola Furley dominating.
Yeah, but I say, there you go, JJ. Now I'm going to hear some commentary from you. And again, you talked about it before. Now look at the way she's applying pressure to the wrist, that wrist lock there in the abdominal stretch. It's very smart by Lola there. Oh! Man, Predator can kick you out of any position, it seems like.
Telling you, do not count Petrovic short, you know.
No, I'm definitely not. Oof.
I definitely feel this is still Lola's game, but Petrovic is going to be one to watch here in the next 12 months.
Nice discus clothesline there after the kick, question mark kick of sorts, and Petrovic in control. Rolling in. Oh, big high kick. Knocks Lola Vice off her feet, falls in. Flying kick to the side of the head. Petrovic in the covers, and up here. No. All right. Wasn't able to get the full three, and I got to imagine that Petrovic is a little bit frustrated at this point. And what's Petrovic thinking here with the top back suicida? Great distance covered.
She's fired up. Look at her, Noah.
Again, you can be fired up, and it matters if you get the 3 count. The only way to get the 3 count is inside the ring. And again, she got a lot.
Wesley, I see your super chat. We will get to you when we get a break in the action.
Oh! Good night, buenas noches, Petrovic. Lola Vice.
There it is.
Knockout back heel kick. As I said, good grief. All right.
And my breakout finals is intact, Noah. I called it from the jump.
You called it. Let's take a look at this match.
And I'm saying it right now. Kehlani Jordan takes this thing next week.
Yeah, well, Babyface last year took it. We'll see if the same thing happens. Watch this. Wham! My gosh, that is a knockout strike and a half. Malachi Black would probably appreciate that. Buenas noches, Petrovic. Again, that is the championship contract, and there is our
there
finals.
We go.
You called it, JJ. It is Kehlani Jordan, Lola Vice. Next week, Halloween Havoc Night 2. One of them's going to get the ultimate treat, an NXT Women's Championship match. I still can't believe this. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it.
I got to say, it feels so good to see some of that fire back in Thea. See her be more of that energetic girl that I love.
Oh, boy.
It's too bad the NXT Women's Tag Team titles aren't a thing anymore. Thea and JC could take those, and Chase U would all have gold.
What the hell?
Piper Niven and Chelsea Green as Little Red Riding Hood and the Big Bad Wolf.
So why is the Big Bad Wolf on a chain?
Are we getting a challenge maybe for next week?
Oy vey.
Dude, if they get a shot at this for next week, Noah, dude, come on.
Ay, ay, ay. Oh boy, this is the WWE.
And here comes our challenger, Lyra Valkyria.
Can she defeat her idol? It is our main event as the man, Becky Lynch, defends the NXT Women's Championship against Lyra Valkyria, and that is next. I don't know what to think right now. My head hurts. Chase U, NXT Tag Team Champions, Chelsea Green, Thea Hill in the same frame, possibly challenging for the self-called WWE Women's Tag Team Championships in NXT. No, not.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. Not. Not doing it.
Why not?
Not.
Why not?
This is so off
Give
kilter.
me one good
So off
reason.
kilter.
Give me one good reason why Thea and JC should not challenge Chelsea and Piper for the straps when the NXT Women's Tag Team titles were unified into those championships.
They shouldn't be unified.
They have no more tag title to fight over.
Why the fuck is Isla Dawn and Alpha Fire not even in the freaking picture for these titles? No. I'm not going there. All right, fine. You want to merge NXT into Raw 2.0? Fine. Go ahead, do it. Go ahead. Thea Hill and Chelsea Green and freaking Big Bad Wolf Piper Niven and JC Jane for the Tag Team Championships. My brain is being short-circuited. Error 404. This does not compute. Nothing makes sense.
And if JC and Thea can win the belts,
nothing makes sense in WWE. Anyway.
you know what doesn't make sense, Noah? You know what doesn't make sense, and it's not
What?
in WWE?
What?
How you resort the most over woman in your company to picture-in-picture promos.
That's a whole different story. At least a picture-in-picture promo is better than a commercial. Well, no, that's still commercials. Ugh. Nothing makes sense anymore. I swear nothing makes sense on the Western Front. No wonder America's so lopsided. Not that I'm trying to be political. Anyway.
Well, while we're on this full commercial, if we can get to Wesley's super chat, producer man.
What is it? Noah, when do you think we
Which,
might see
again, Wesley, thank you so much for your patience and the
yes.
super chat.
Yes, again, thank you for that so much. When do you think we'll see the next return of Michael Satomura? Damn, she has been gone since, February, I think, as this backstage, maybe as a coach. I don't know. It's one of those things where do they think they need Michael Satomura to push forward the women's division in NXT? I think it comes out of WWE. I really don't know, and it's sad because I don't think she's done personally, or nor should she be done. I think she still has so much more to offer. Honestly, just because I don't know. Oh, well, that's right. Deadline's next. I would just probably book Michael Satomura versus Becky Lynch just because. I would like to see Michael Satomura come up tonight. I hope she comes out tonight at this point. But honestly, I don't know. I'm going to hold out for Deadline. But I honestly don't know if a return is to come for Michael Satomura since they no longer do Worlds Collide. Anyway.
I think Maiko Satomura needs to just be left to the way she's been presented here in my NXT. She is the final boss. She is the person that you trot out on special occasions to really help make a superstar.
Right.
She doesn't need to be there each and every week, each and every pay-per-view, PLE, special event. She's the person you trot out once or twice a year and really make it special. And I think she's perfectly fine with that role.
So what? Do you think she should stand deliver against the man at this point? What are you thinking?
That would be cool. I mean, I don't think Becky Lynch needs the match against Meiko Satomura, but I feel like Tiffany Stratton could use a match against Meiko Satomura. I feel that Gigi Dolan could use a match against Meiko Satomura.
Okay.
Some of these women that are on the cusp that haven't quite become champion yet.
Fair. Well, speaking of champions, there's the former NXT champion, Camille Hayes, and Braun Breaker.
Of course you can, Jeff. You're the producer, man. You got a congratulatory photo to offer up? Go for it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So, for those that are wondering what this is about, as NXT paves their own way, we will be making our own way with our own Impacts Weekly, courtesy of what we call Flashback Friday, as we count down to action TNA's greatest matches. But also, here's a snapshot of one hell of an Impact tonight that I didn't think was going to happen. Chase U gets accredited.
Okay. I clicked on the Chase U photo and it clicked the damn Impact thing. I was going to do the Impact thing later.
But yeah. Anyway,
I'm about to freaking .exe this fucking computer.
I thought you mean, don't you mean Office Space? All you need is a baseball bat. But yes, again, Chase.
You know what? I've got hockey sticks in this house. Not that a good time.
That's fair enough.
Anyway, congrats to Chase U. I fucked it up earlier, so I want to make sure I got to this screen cap as best I could. Thea looks like she's having a little bit too much of a shock to her system there, almost Undisputed Era style, but I did what I could there. So congrats to Chase U. And yes, we'll be talking more about the Impact transition to TNA as we get closer to Talk Wrestling on Thursday.
And JJ, you got your wish.
It will be for the women's tag team titles.
My brain.
Yes.
My brain.
Dude,
no.
if they can get those straps, holy shit, Noah.
I'm gonna lose my damn mind.
Whoa! Oh hell! The queen is here. The queen is here to watch the title match.
I'm just gonna let JJ take over this segment. JJ, go ahead and say it.
That bitch is in the building. Holy shit. And like I said, she is sitting on her throne to watch this title match unfold.
As a Valkyrie looks to rise tonight and claim her richest prize in her entire career, Lyra Valkyria, the challenger for the NXT Women's Championship. Again, how does Lyra beat somebody she idolized? Somebody that became the man in a man's dominated world. Somebody that went from Iris Last Kicker to WrestleMania main eventer. Somebody that went from steampunk and straight fire straight to the top and finally ascending and winning the NXT Women's Championship. How does Lyra overcome all of that? Because it's the big time.
She's just got to stay focused. She cannot get wrapped up by the hype that is Becky Lynch. She's got to be diabolical. She's got to be evil. She's got to bring her A game. She's got to bring every ounce of her body, because if she doesn't, Becky will dominate and retain her championship.
Becky Lynch literally and Lyra Valkyria walked the same streets, paved the same roads, went their own ways though. And it all comes ahead tonight in NXT's main event at Halloween Havoc. Becky Lynch, who came into NXT during the black and gold, as Lyra looks to rise in the white and gold. The man has come to town once again. And the energy.
We already had one title change hands, Noah. Will we see a second one change hands here tonight?
Well, you saw a title change hands during NXT, like you also said, but this is not NXT. This is NXT. And it's the big time, JJ. Let's go down the introductions. Good boy. One fall. I still miss the old straps, but I digress. Lyra Valkyria.
I'm not going to lie. I want a North American title replica.
Lyra Valkyria, the former Aloy Valkyrie, former NXT UK superstar, former OTT Women's Champion. Becky Lynch, the man, the face of the NXT Women's Division. 20 years in the game. 43 days so far as NXT Women's Champion, and this is her 5th defense. We, of course, saw that fire really rekindled into Lyra when Rhea Ripley first came across in NXT, and she hung with the WWE Women's Heavyweight Champion. And ever since then, there has just been hungry for more, and she has risen to the occasion. Bell rings, and we are underway as our main event takes center stage. Continental tie-up. Ooh. Whoa, man! That spinning back heel kick could take the lights out of the man in an instant. And Becky knows it. That is a knockout shot as we go to the rest of our quality picture-in-picture in the early going here. Because, of course, we do. Fuck USA Network. Becky Lynch,
you know what? AEW does it too.
I know.
I don't want to hear it.
Look, you're going to hear it all the time because I fucking hate television. But I digress. Anyway, back to the Continental tie-up. And fuck you advertisers and your bullshit nonsense in WWE Center Stage making the United States title a fucking prop. Logan Paul was there. You'll see a freaking KSI mascot in Prime every week. Fuck that shit. Maestro created by Lyra Valkyria and a 2 count. I said what I said. And Becky Lynch, double leg takedown.
Great
Roll
attempt
through.
early
Nice
on
bridge
here.
cover. 2. No. And Lyra with the bridge. That's a straight. But Becky brings her down again. Cover 2. Whoa, 2.5 that time. But Lyra again bridges up the backslide. Test of strength here in the early going, JJ. And the backslide again, driving deep, split leg position. Good ground base right there. Again, not relinquishing the hold. And Becky, though, inside cradle, hook of the leg. 2 count only.
No.
Good hip toss there by Lyra. Good hip toss by Becky. Both these women tit for tat, move for move, and stalemate. Good stuff in the early going.
Beautiful back and forth action here in the early going. Very reminiscent of RVD Jerry Lynn. Counter for counter, hold for hold, standoff.
Oof! Then Becky hyperextended that leg straight into the jaw of Lyra. Now looking to follow up. Might be looking to fly. Baseball slide. Drives Lyra further away from the ring. Lyra Valkyria, of course, recently beat Indy Hartwell, Tegan Knox, and, of course, beat Roxanne Perez and Kiara James in a triple threat network contendership to earn this match in the first place. Driven face first into the ring apron. And, of course, the first big rival that Lyra really rode the promise and defeated was, of course, Jessie Jane. And Lyra right now putting the boots to Becky Lynch as both of them are on the outside of the ring. Title can Jane's hands via pinfall submission inside the ring. As Becky goes face first into the ring apron. And, of course, Becky won this title against Tiffany Stratton and successfully defended against her at Extreme Rules at No Mercy. Defended so far against Natalya, Tegan Knox, and most recently Monday Night Raw, Indy Hartwell. Oh, wow, and caught her with the leg drop. Becky Lynch in the cover to retain, and it's 1 count only. As we are back for our main event, the NXT Women's Championship on the line. Becky Lynch, Lyra Valkyria. Lyra in the big time. And again, it's one of those things where it's like meeting your heroes. It's the worst day of your life or the best day of your life, JJ. And will Lyra regret that tonight if she doesn't win the NXT Women's Championship?
It's always possible, but as long as Becky doesn't resort to underhanded tactics, I think Lyra will still have respect for her hero and not regret it.
Yeah, but then again, how far are you willing to go against your hero? What's more important, hanging with your hero or winning the prize from your hero? Booker T says
Always winning the prize. If you're not in there, if you are not in there to give your 150% and take the championship, get out of the ring.
And the man bridges out the pimp off the crossbody. The man bounces up to the second, catches Lyra with her own crossbody, cover, bridges again and again, move for move. I am looking at a mirror playbook here from these two at this point. Bob both in a collide in the middle with a crossbody. Dead even contest from the get-go. Wow. And again, you see the live feed all the way out across the NXT universe. There you see Ireland, where these two are native from, across the pond. Electrifying atmosphere here at NXT Halloween Havoc, our main event for the NXT Women's Championship. Title held by the likes of Asuka, Mandy Rose, Michael Satomura, of course, NXT UK Women's Champion, because I'm going to go at both fronts here. Oof. And again, just squaring off here. Both women right now just colliding in the middle of the ring. Vicious forearm combination, though, by Becky. The spinning Sobot. And right now, Becky Lynch is going to follow up off the ropes. And Lyra, oh! Her own Sobot, up kick. Now Lyra and that kickboxing background come into play. Nice axe kick there, excuse me. Now hooking Lyra up, or Becky, excuse me, counter. Becky, though, arm wringer. Whoa, catches her with a forearm. Both women exchanging bombs here. Who's going to get first? Overhead palm strikes there. Great combination by Lyra. And a kick to the hamstring, trying to tie up the leg. And Lyra, once again, crane distance, but Becky falls in. Woof. How big is the chip on these two ladies to prove every day what they're worth to this industry? Big clothesline by Lyra. And I still feel like that chip is really big on Becky's shoulder. And that's probably the reason why she came back to NXT to win the championship. Nice bridge, too. Oh, man. Dueling chance right now.
I still wonder how you go from feuding with one of the... Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I still wonder how you go from feuding with one of the greatest of all time in Trish Stratus to coming back down to essentially the minor leagues and being their champion down there.
It's almost like, do you think Becky Lynch had something to prove to herself with this generation, maybe? I mean, like you said, she hung with the greatest of our generation, Trish Stratus, and now she's literally guiding and challenging herself against the rising generation. Again, we talk about the names she faced.
I almost wonder if this is a partial punishment for the whole lemonade thing.
Well, there's that too, because, you know, when life gives you lemons, what do you do with them? And Lyra, whoa, nice kick right there. And Lyra, again, driving the champion far away from the ring. And Lyra has to maintain control. Whoa, man. Sent face first in the steel ring post. Traditional ring post, by the way, not the giant, doofusy-looking round LED ones. Still probably just as painful. Take a look at the distance that Lyra covers here with the drop kick in between the ropes. Becky Lynch, though, capitalizing once again, bringing her back inside. Oh, cut the leg. Lyra, though, catches with a clothesline. Becky on the apron. And meanwhile, clubbing shots by Lyra. I still think Lyra, though, makes a little bit more sense phonetically, but what do I know? WWE name conventions. That's seriously how it's said, I guess. And Lyra up to the top. The Valkyrie perch to fly. Big leg drop. Back of the neck, back of the head, cover to win. No.
Not enough. Great attempt, but just not enough.
Take a look at this, JJ. Watch the distance and watch the impact. Bam! Got all of it perfectly executed, perfectly landed. But not enough. And you see the live look as the watch parties across the pond enjoying the action, thinking that Lyra just claimed the NXT Women's Championship from the man. Being the man, you got to beat the man. And that goes for the women's division. WWE when it comes to Becky Lynch.
Yep.
Up in the fireman's carry. Becky countered, though. Might be looking for a reverse DDT. Nice snap man by Lyra. And Lyra falls to the clothesline. Got caught. Looking for a big man slam. Still a dumb name. Up and over. Ooh. Oh! Nice step up Insecurity. Rocking Becky Lynch to the corner. And Lyra looking to fall in again. Up and over to the apron. Big forearm shiver. And again, Lyra looking to where she's most comfortable. Big missile drop kick. And she floats in the cover. Grab the leg. No.
Nope, not enough.
Again,
Big
how much?
big shout out to Lyra for her effort. She's trying everything that she can.
Yep, this is our main event. Apparently, Tiffany Strand 2.0 was Fallon Henry, and it will be Tiffany Strand versus Fallon Henry, City vs. Country next week, night 2, NXT Halloween Havoc. And the finals of the Breakout Tourney will also conclude. Kalani Jordan takes on Lola Vice, where the winner will get a future NXT Women's Championship opportunity. A roll up by Lyra too? No, after missing the spinning back heel kick, excuse me. And again, looking for the disarmer this time. Becky, though, countered by Lyra, and Lyra with the follow in. Becky counter again. Now Becky hooking Lyra up. What the hell is she looking for here? Oh, what a stunner! By God, Florida stunner! Cover, hooking the far leg too! No!
No. Last possible second, Lyra kicks out.
But also she didn't had enough body weight on the shoulders. Take a look at this. The float over into the stunner. Got all of it. And we are seeing how far the man is pushing Lyra here in our Halloween Havoc main event. Becky looking for the man on slam. Lyra countered again. It's like, oh, wait a minute, roll through. Hook up both legs. Becky roll through. Cover two. No. Nice near falls here by both. Near fall for near fall. Double underhook. Oh. And transition into this armor. But Lyra trying to prevent the hyperextension, trying to grasp those wrists, trying to lock the hands. Reversal pressure, cover two. Ooh, trying to make Becky force relinquish the hold. Becky still maintaining control. Becky Lynch not looking to be denied, trying to hyperextend that arm, pinpoint straight elbow. Lyra though the float over. What's this? Wait a minute. The cradle, the crucifix too. Ooh, man. Now Lyra right now trapping the arms. Interesting here.
Nice submission attempt.
But Becky, though, pushing her body weight, 2 count only, forcing Lyra to relinquish the hold. Almost a reverse triangle. Trapping the arms instead of the head. Oh! Big power move, too. No! Kick out again. Man, it's like a package suplex. Again, look at Lyra. Look at what Lyra is demonstrating here against her idol. Look at what Lyra is showing, how far she's willing to go for the NXT Women's title. And once again, Lyra going to the high-risk district. The Valkyrie flies, and crashes. And the disarmer locked. Yep, disarmer locked in. Center of the ring. Is she going to tap? Is she going to tap? She might have no choice. It's in the dead center. Will Lyra tap? Will Lyra tap? Is she going to quit? Is she going to reverse it? She's going to counter it. She's trying to find a way to the ropes and finds her way for the break. Whoa. This is quite a match, JJ.
Yeah, absolutely. These two women are leaving it all on the line as we knew they would here tonight.
Becky Lynch right now unleashing that straight fire, but Lyra able to counter, hooking the champion up. Sit out, power bomb! Cover! 2! No! Whoa. And both Becky Lynch and Lyra continue to fight through each other's best shots. Both women laid out here in our main event at Halloween Havoc Night 1 for the NXT Women's Championship. The man, Becky Lynch, the champion, the challenger, Lyra Valkyria, both started similar roots. It is mentor versus idol. It is rising star versus established superstar. And Lyra right now looking to once again go to the high-risk district. The Valkyrie may fly. Oh, and Becky. Oh,
High risk can also equal high reward if successful, Noah.
Yeah. But again, both these women right now in the high-risk district. Who's going to capitalize here? Becky Lynch just clubbing away at Lyra Valkyria. And Lynch hooking Vira. Oh, man! The float off the superplex. DDT! Vertically cover to the middle!
Wow.
Are you kidding me? I don't know how the hell Lyra survived that. Whoa. I haven't seen a DDT leave
And now
somebody
Becky's losing control.
I mean, again, she's got to be frustrated at this point. She's thrown everything possible, and Lyra is still in this fight. Becky Lynch has not been tested like this in a long time. Like I said, what does she come back to do? Is she back here to prove something? Becky has not been challenged like this in quite a period of time. It's one of those things where if the man can still be the man. This has been a fight. This has been a real championship match. And Becky, again, might be looking for a powerbomb this time on Lyra. Lyra fighting back, though. And Lyra up and over, lands on her feet. Oh! Spinning kick. Got her. Cover. Town champion. No!
Not off of a spin kick like that.
That spin kick was the knockout shot that had led Lyra Valkyria to this match in the first place, JJ.
It wasn't good enough to take down Becky Lynch, though.
But Becky Lynch isn't like most people on the NXT women's roster this day and age, to be fair. She is an NXT vet, and Lyra's learning that firsthand. It is youth versus experience here. And Valkyria up and over. Oh, man, sent face first in the mat. And meanwhile, Becky hooking her up. Manhandle slam! Planted! Cover! To Becky Lynch. No!
She kicked out of the manhandle slam.
Becky can't believe it.
Becky
Lyra
is
can't
beside
believe
herself.
it. I can't believe it. No one can't believe it. Even Lyra saying herself, yeah, it was 2. I can't doubt that was 2. The audience in disbelief. Holy shit, indeed. And Lyra Lee looking at the official, just being aware enough to know that, yes, it's a 2 count. Liz may be one move away. Nice up kick though by Lyra. Lyra again, the striking prowess, catching the man at every turn as the man looked for the disarmer. Spinning back, kill kick, miss. Meanwhile, Becky hooking up Lyra again. Man, a slam counter, the roll through. Hooking up there, leg counter, kill! Got her! Lyra did it! Lyra did it! Lyra did it! New champion! The man has been dethroned, and a Valkyrie has risen to the occasion. Lyra Valkyria has defeated her idol and is the new NXT Women's Champion. Unbelievable. Congratulations. What an incredible match. That spinning back heel kick should have been it. Deep hook of the leg, and Becky kicked out at 2.5. And then Becky caught her at the man slam, the meanest man slam I've ever seen. Deep stack, hook of the leg, and Lyra survived. Even Becky was in disbelief. Spinning back heel kick missed, and once again for the man of the slam, the counter, the roll through, deep hook of the leg, full body weight, and Lyra prevails at Halloween Havoc. The man came to town, and a new man has been crowned. Wait a second. What's going to happen here? Oh, and look who's watching.
Jade is looking on.
There you go. From one generation to another, from one established man to the man that rode the occasion tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Lyra Valkyria has arrived. Lyra Valkyria is your new NXT Women's Champion. That is respect. That is women's professional wrestling. Damn it. For her family, for her country, for her legacy, she has achieved her greatest feat. Lyra is the new NXT Women's Champion. As the women's division continues to evolve and Halloween Havoc leaves us with the ultimate treat, we hope that you all enjoyed the festivities for Halloween Havoc Night 1. For the Renegade Wrestling JJ Williams, I am the Seminole Foster. That was truly a stupendous main event encounter. Thank you for tuning into our coverage this week of NXT Halloween Havoc. Wow.
Damn good show.
It had a hell of an ending. I will not lie. I am extremely happy to be wrong. And Lyra deserved it and earned it in spades. What a match.
Agreed. So, to Josh's question, hey, Noah, is this your NXT again, damn it?
Not fully there, but it's getting better and better. I said it was okay. It's better than okay now, with Ela and Lyra both rising as champions, and rightfully so. This NXT continues to improve and impress me. Far better than Raw and SmackDown. It's a good show. This was good. Despite my brain getting fraud up by tag team wrestling on both sides. Well done to Lyra Valkyria and Becky Lynch. That was awesome. All right.
I concur with that. Hui.
Well, so what's left?
And that was just tonight's. That was just this week Tuesday.
Yes.
I mean, hell, next week Tuesday.
A whole other week to do it.
Yep. I say next Tuesday is going to be just a teeny bit more crowded.
Oh, what are you gonna do?
We're gonna work all day.
What else is new?
All day, can't stop, won't stop. That is what's coming up next week, and we've got the confirmed matches as of the various social accounts and what have you. We've got the women's tag team champions, much to Noah's disbelief, dismay, whatever you want to call it. We've got the North American Championship. We've got another spin the wheel match, and we've got very likely the assassination of one Robbie, Mr. Stone. So there you go. And that's after JJ recaps Raw. And that's after we rank the Halloween franchise movies. And that's after we do Stop By Sports Bar featuring Dory Lou again on Halloween Day. So, and then that's before I do Talk Wrestling, because they're going to be previewing Crown Jewel on Thursday, and I kind of get dicked on that. So it's okay. You know.
Yeah.
You know what? I was going to throw this up there earlier, Josh, because you a double standard. So Noah, I know your response to this, but I'm gonna play it rather than have you say it here and now. So where did I put it? Damn it! It went away. Oh, I took it out by mistake. Damn it! I botched that one too. Whoops! Oh, get out of here. Oh, I'm gonna break every bit of this computer. It's gonna be a thing.
Get the hockey stick away from the PC.
I will not.
Oh dear, I tried.
There it is. Okay, there it is. Okay, so Josh, to your comments earlier and having a double standard, I simply say,
shut the fuck up, Josh.
Okay, there we go. Thank you very much.
Damn it.
All the vid caps, all the vid caps, and the bullshit against Josh Mansfield. There you go.
Okay then.
Damn it.
How much of this clip that shit is literally me at this point for the year 2023? I'm afraid to ask.
What? You mean you're not? God damn, this thing is trigger happy. I'm gonna break shit. It's gonna be a thing. So, are you seeing entertained by the notion of these albums coming out soon, Noah? Is that what you're telling me?
Damn it! Damn it!
All right, even Saturday yet. That's the fun part.
Well, at least the rest of the week, I'm just gonna be taking it easy, just watching wrestling and sleeping, especially with Japanese commentary for freaking Julia versus High End for the NW Strong Women's Championship this Saturday night for the Fighting Spirit Unleashed. There will be Tourette's on full hand.
So yeah, clear that up for me, though, if I may. Does New Japan have a current weekly television outlet anywhere?
No.
In this country? Okay.
Not weekly. No, this is just another one of their specials, and they're giving it for people on the NW World app that are a subscriber in Japanese commentary, and it's going to be, a showcase of New Japan and strong talent, essentially, with some actual New Japan talent and the Stardom talent, aka the NW Strong Women's Champion. So it's another one of those New Japan shows, but this time you don't have to buy it on Fight. You just enjoy it with Japanese commentary as a member of NWWorld.com.
Got it. Okay, good to know. Because I was trying to
Saturday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's Fighting Spirit Unleashed. A hell of a card.
It does look like a hell of a card. If I am able to access it Saturday amongst all the other apparently 45,000, as opposed to 44,000 things I was doing, we will definitely get on that. But yeah, definitely a lot to look forward to. And as I showed the still images earlier, I am ever proud of the amazing video work JJ did on this preview, this little teaser, a little tidbit, if you will, for what's coming up here next Tuesday. Normally, for something like that kind of day, we would ask Jesus to take the wheel. I like Carrie Underwood, but I think in this case, with being Halloween, we need to ask Lemon to take the wheel because it's gonna be a long day. I'm up at 6 as it is, so What else we got going on? Anything anybody want to? So, what do you guys want to talk about now that the show's over?
I got nothing. It's a simple week. For once, it's a simple week. Like I said, I'm just going to enjoy life, enjoy wrestling, continue working. So working, wrestling, sleeping, living. Simple as that.
Yes. There you go.
We're not doing the watch along thing. All right. We're not doing the watch along thing tonight, Josh. All right. Besides, they're working on something else in the background with that nonsense.
Well, so we do have our usual watch along trailer, but I, of course, because I was, having issues with my computer, don't have the current one loaded in because it sucks. However, I will attempt. I believe this is as current as we're going to get based on my computer's spazosity. So stand by. Yeah, I definitely deleted the wrong one out of there. We'll have to fix that later, JJ, because the Hard to Kill logo wasn't even the correct one that the TNA gave us when they announced it's going to be TNA. So yeah, I really need to go back in here and fix everything. But yes, Hard to Kill will be part of that lineup coming up in January.
Yes, with all the wrestling, all the professional wrestling, damn it, and sports entertainment.
There you go. But Josh, my goodness.
Oy.
That's Noah's line. It's not your line, Josh. It's Noah's line.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Oh, we're going to get copyright strike for that, probably.
No, nay. It's less than 10 seconds.
Oh.
We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Anyway. But yes, as Noah was trying to announce earlier, and I'll go more into it on Thursday's episode. I made the executive decision that Fridays, being as every other week empty as they are, our Impact / soon to be TNA commentary team of Noah and Attila will be calling what has. I went through a big ass list I found, and I tried to make it as little as repeats as possible, other than having tag team wrestlers be in a singles environment situation in another match. 10 of the best matches in TNA history under the TNA label. So those will be beginning next Friday, November 3rd, prior to our coverage of Turning Point, which apparently will be the final Impact Wrestling label pay-per-view or Impact Plus special from the TNA brand. We'll be starting that countdown, and the countdown will end on Friday, January 12th, with Simply Predicting of Hard to Kill, live from Vegas. So kind of a little the TNA synergy going there. I know how important TNA brand was to myself, to the Casa in the early stages, to No DQ certainly back in its early heyday. So we are very excited TNA is back. Aaron has demanded we bring back the watch parties of Shasta and Chicken Wings. So we'll see if that comes to fruition. If you know, you know. If you don't, just ask me. I'll tell you later. Anyway, so there'll be more details on that Thursday with Talk Wrestling, since I got to make that show stretch, because apparently there's not going to be any big news this week. So I got to make that show stretch like a freaking rubber band. But thank you guys, everybody, for watching. I know it was a technical nightmare tonight, and I know I screwed up quite a bit, and I do apologize again to the two people in the room here as well as everybody watching. That's really what we've got for you tonight, folks. You saw the friends of the Multiverse of Media earlier on, so please follow everybody on there. Follow these two men on social media, and Josh, and Big G, and James, and myself, if you dare, and Mikey and Dory, and everybody else across the Multiverse. Greg Cherry, of course, tomorrow with our Halloween episode. I don't know if we're doing costumes. I know that we're not going to have a big group because one of our favorite people just got married today, so she won't be there. She'll be on her honeymoon. So we'll see how things go tomorrow. And I'll leave it to you two to wrap it up. I'm going to go get cleaned up and end the show when I can.
Noah, I believe that is your cue, sir.
Well, JJ, I'll say it one more time as the needle slowly moves. Your NXT continues to get better and more in my favor. And it's definitely becoming more worthwhile for me to look at than Raw and SmackDown sometimes, it seems. So well done to your brand. Well done to NXT. This Halloween Havoc Night 1 was a treat indeed. And for everyone else, I hope it was as stupendous as you thought it was going to be too, and it exceeded your expectations. Congrats again to Lyra Valkyria and Chase U. But I digress. Thank you for tuning in. If y'all want to know more about me, know this. Why? For I am but a stupendous tonight, but honestly all the time, a simple man. For I am a lifelong fan of professional wrestling. Damn it! As I only wish to encourage you, there are no winners, there are no losers, there are no betters. Just fans with opinions for this passion we all share. At the end of the day, folks, support one another, respect each other, protect your mentality too, treasure your families, and just enjoy life and enjoy professional wrestling. It's as simple as that. We'll see you Saturday night for the shenanigans that are continuing to unfold, but stay tuned for whatever's ahead here at Cast 18 Studios and the Multiverse of Media too. It's been a hell of a party. JJ, take us home.
Have a good night, everybody. Appreciate you.
Have a good night, folks.